haven't been live in a while, so all right.
All right.
I think we are live. Are we live? Long time no see, everybody. Good to see everybody. I think we already have. Oh, man, again, it's been so long. I'm trying to. It feels like it's been like years, man, or months or something. But I think we had Luke in here. Let's see. Luke, always good to see you, buddy. Oh, we have 4 people in here right now. 4 people.
Awesome.
Okay. Good to see
audience.
everybody. Luke, good to see you, buddy. Before we start, Raza, Joseph, where can everybody find y'all? Where can everybody find y'all for y'all's movie reviews, all that wonderful movie stuff? Where can everybody find y'all at? Y'all go subscribe to their channels too.
Yeah,
Raza, I'll let you go first.
Sure. Yeah, my channel's just the Raza Hider. So just D and then my name in full, and that's on YouTube and on Instagram, and then on Letterboxd you can find me at RH Movies.
There you go.
Awesome. All
Joseph?
right. My Instagram is a Joseph_Mills. So exactly how you see it on the screen here right now, just my name, Joseph_Mills1411. That's on Instagram. It's also on YouTube, although I have 0 videos posted at the moment. That may change in the future, but feel free to subscribe to me anyway. I would greatly appreciate it. And on Letterboxd, it's also just my name, Joseph Mills. Or if you want to look me up by my username, it's a very kind of cringy username, but it's something I made up in middle school and have kind of stuck with ever since. JRock1411.
Awesome.
That's not that bad.
No, not at all.
For middle school mentality, like Xbox Live and gamer tag, things like that. That's kind of what I rolled with. So,
I didn't think it was that bad. It's not that bad. So we got
not at
Najee
all, yeah.
here. Good to see you, Najee. Good to see you always, man. Good to see you always.
Hello, Najee.
Okay, so if we got 9 people in here, man, people are joining.
Ooh,
Awesome,
wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
So if y'all, if we want to get started, we can get started. So again, I will let y'all run the topics and run the show. So again, y'all subscribe to them, and we got a lot of topics to talk about. We got some good topics to talk about. So Luke says, let's see. Luke says, watch Megan 2.0 earlier. Really enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm again glad you enjoyed it, man. I was bored out of my mind.
I have not seen it yet. It looks very unique, to say the least, but I have not seen it. I need to watch the first one.
Raza, have you seen it yet? The first one's okay. It's kind of...
I've not. No, I've not seen either of them.
So the funny thing about Megan is, so I started my channel. Oh, speaking of that, is today June 29th?
Yes.
It is,
okay.
yeah.
Yes.
So this is my 2 years on this channel. I forgot about that.
Really?
I totally forgot about that, man. So yeah, speaking of Megan, man, so the first video I posted on this channel was this today, 2 years ago, was my Megan review, and that was my first video as well. It's kind of ironic, kind of funny. Like, I am not a huge fan of that film. It's okay, but it kind of also has a special place in my heart because it's like the first, first review I ever did. You know what I mean? So the second one, I think the first one's better than the second one. That's not saying much though, but it's kind of, it's okay. I mean, I still need to do my June movie rankings video. I haven't done that yet, but that'll be spoiler alert. That'll be the last film, my least favorite film of this month. But let's see what Najee said. Let's see. Oh, is it not? Okay. Can I join the stream one day? Also, yeah. I mean, not sure what day, but definitely one day, man. Yeah. Also, news Transformers movies. Yeah, I heard about that. For the future and upcoming Paramount merger with Skydance. I heard about that as well. Yeah, but definitely one day, man. Definitely one day. But yeah, we can go ahead and get into the topics if y'all want. Whatever y'all want to start with, I'm totally down with whatever. So I'm trying to get back in the swing of things because I haven't been live in almost a month, man. It's been not exactly a month, but it's been a while. So I'm trying to get back in the groove. You know what I mean? Back in the groove. But yeah, I'm down to start with whatever. So yeah.
All right, Raza, which one do you want to kick off with?
Yeah, I mean, I would say with Superman on the very close horizon, let's kick it off with Superman.
Yes, the ranking or talking about the new movie?
Oh, yeah. Let's do, I guess, you know what, we should start maybe, I don't know, which one's better? Probably let's go over the new movie and then let's get to the ranking maybe? Yeah,
awesome. Sounds good to me.
Again, I'm kind of the odd one out. But I have blue. I have blue on, so
that counts. You're good.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
All
right.
So as far as Superman goes, it is my most anticipated movie of the year. If you've been following me on social media for a good while now. You know that. You've seen my excitement for it posted on my Instagram stories or even my Facebook friends, which I don't usually advertise myself on Facebook that much because I just am not active on it, I guess. But yeah, definitely across my social media, people can tell that I'm excited for Superman. I've done everything like related with the movie, just like been engaged with it ever since David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan were cast, which a friend of mine and I was talking before we went live.
So perfect for the role, dude.
Yes.
They are going to be perfect.
Totally.
I cannot.
Yes.
They are literally Clark Kent and I almost said Rachel Brosnahan. That's the actress's name. Lois Lane, ripped straight out of the comics, dude. I'm telling you, like
spitting image, just like it's like you're just plucked out and
exactly,
real life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. We got Brutal Vengeance in here. What's up, Brutal Vengeance?
Oh,
I think you're
that is my good friend. That is my good friend I was telling you all about. He is a massive Batman fan, and he is one of the coolest guys ever.
Okay,
So
yeah.
shout out Brutal. Good to see you, man.
Buddy. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, yes. Joseph earlier, man, was telling me about how you're a big Batman fan. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm more of a Superman fan, but I like Batman too. So yeah, Flash and Green Lantern are two of. Let me grab them real quick. Yeah, Green Lantern and Flash are two of my favorite. And I have not read these comic books yet. I haven't. I just recently bought them, but two of my favorites.
Sweet.
Dude, I love both of them.
Very nice.
I love both.
Very nice.
But let's see. Great to meet you both. Great to meet you too, man. Appreciate you joining. But yeah, Superman, dude. Me and Joseph were talking about it earlier. I remember when they released the first trailer. What did we say? December, right? I remember
December 19th. I remember the day.
Yeah. Around that time, man, I was just like, man, I really wish I could be sitting in that theater right now watching the movie. And now we're almost a week. We're a week away.
Yeah.
We're a week away.
Insane.
Like I can't believe it. Again, everybody's hating on it. Everyone has their own opinion. I get it. It's divisive right now. It is, but everything I've seen, I really have loved so far.
And you know that's
absolutely yes.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to touch on about like how it's a pretty interesting atmosphere right now because we've got our diehard Superman fans like us, and then we've got kind of the general audience. So the general audience, like, you know, unfortunately, my dad falls under that camp. I'm not thrilled about it. I've been trying to lure him in, but
so he's not excited. He's not excited.
He actually isn't. My mom is. My mom is very excited. She loves everything she's seen. She loves Crypto. She's super excited to see Crypto in live action.
And that's the thing. I don't mind Crypto. Like, everyone's hating on Crypto. I'm like, I don't know.
Crypto in live action is something that you would have thought would have been done already, but the fact that it's taken them this long to do it, and the fact that it's under James Gunn and he looks spitting image from the comics, even with the lopsided ear from the comics. He looks adorable.
Oh,
and the thing is, too,
totally.
With James Gunn, he made all of us care about a raccoon who talks, a tree who talks. Seriously. And what was it, Guardians 3? A walrus and like an otter or something like
walrus,
that?
otter, rabbit.
I already know I'm going to be loving Crypto, dude. I already know I'm going to love Crypto. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for it.
The clips that they've shown of him so far, like there was one just the other day where he was causing a wreck in the fortress, and Superman turns around. He's like, "What the hey, dude?" And I'm like, as a dog owner, you relate to that so much.
Right.
It's such. It just feels like it's gonna be such a relatable film.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
And that's the thing. Or we're gonna say, Raza, you go first.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, I totally think that the aspect of having Crypto in this film is going to lure so many people in. Like, a lot of dog owners, a lot of kids are going to fall in love because of Crypto. And I think it's just going to be a huge aspect of the story, too. I mean, we don't know exactly what they're planning, but I'm pretty sure it's going to... James Gunn, we know he has his care of animal creatures, as we mentioned. So I think, like, he's going to weave Crypto in to be a pretty good central part of the story.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Especially, I mean, you already saw, I think, in the May trailer, he throws a punch at the engineer as they invade the fortress, and it's like, okay, he came to fight. It's insane.
He's on demon time, dude. He's not playing at all. But the thing is, I remember when they released the first trailer, the teaser trailer in December, and I loved the trailer. I loved it then when I watched it for the first time too.
Yeah.
The two things though, when I watched the trailer, is that I wasn't too sure about is when Crypto how he looked and Nicholas Hoult as Lex, at first I was like, okay, it's not bad. I don't know if it's working for me though. It's definitely going to grow on me. Both of them are, and they have been. And after what of all the things we've seen, and after the last clip where Superman confronts Lex, he throws the table, and Lex is like basically, people say rage baiting or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I'm like, he is Lex Luthor. He is the perfect Lex. In Crypto, I'm excited to see Crypto. I think he works. I think it works. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
Definitely.
I'm so excited, man. I cannot. I haven't been this excited for a DC film in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I think the last time.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
Too long, honestly.
Yeah. DC
I think
fans
the last
have
time I
not
was
had. What is it?
Oh, no, I was going to say, you go first. You go first. You're good.
Yeah, like
you go
DC
first.
fans just have not had like a satisfactory level movie in such a long time. Like the Suicide Squad that James Gunn also did was great.
Yeah.
I would say that was probably, and I mean, I don't want to talk bad about DC, but I mean, like that was probably the last time I was really like genuinely excited to see something DC related. I mean, like The Flash.
Yeah.
Like in the moment, I was excited for The Flash.
Me too.
But then when I saw it, I was like, what did they do?
Yeah.
And why did why did I want to see this on opening night? Like, this is insane.
Yeah. Like, I remember I was so hyped for The Flash, dude. Like all of us. I was so over the moon excited. I could not wait. I remember, so that actually released when I was at camp 2 years ago, 2023, right? And I remember, so that Thursday, I think it was like one day in June or something, I couldn't go see it because I was at camp, you know what I mean? But then that Friday when I got home, that night, me and my dad were going to go see it. But I actually fell asleep, and I woke up, and my dad texted me, and he was like, I'm at the theater. Where are you at? And I'm like, oh, no. I was like, I overslept, man. So me and him went to go see it. I think that's Saturday night. And look, I still enjoyed the film. It's a rewatchable film. It's fun. I think it's fun. I think it is.
Yeah.
But the best superhero movie ever made? No, absolutely not. Like, I know, Tom Cruise said it was great. I know James Gunn said it's like,
that was interesting. I still don't know where that comment came from Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
probably Warner Brothers marketing was like, can you talk up this movie for us, please?
Yeah. And again, I still enjoyed it. I still liked it. And then Blue Beetle, I was actually really looking forward to Blue Beetle. And that kind of, it didn't really work for me that much, But I think, so the last one that what was the last one that actually like came out? So we're in 2025. What was the last like actual?
The last DCU movie was Aquaman.
What was 2024? I can't remember.
Oh yeah. Well,
because
I guess if we're
not
counting
23,
Joker,
right?
Folia, then it was Aquaman, Lost Kingdom. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was so. How did you guys feel about Joker? I was
that was not good.
Disappointed.
Not good at all. It was okay, but.
Yeah, it was quite interesting. It was a very odd experience. I felt so like this was something completely that we didn't know if we needed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, is this something that should be a worthy sequel to what was such a great first movie? And like should have stayed a standalone?
Too, right? That is the last one. It
was supposed to be a one-off. Like they were originally just going to make a Joker movie and then leave it off. But then, of course, how Hollywood works, Warner Brothers, it made like over $1 billion, highest grossing R-rated movie at the time. And Warner Brothers, of course, pinned Todd Phillips, and they were like, can you do this again for us? And, of course, what does he do? He goes and craps on it for whatever reason. He's not happy with the outcome of how, like, I guess, was he just not happy with how people were reacting to the first one? Because the first one is amazing.
It is.
And it's like, how do you go from amazing to and like Oscar worthy because it was nominated for Best Picture? How do you go from that to
something that was nominated for the Razzies?
Yes, it was. Oh my gosh! What ended up winning Worst Picture? Was it Borderlands?
Oh, I think
it was either Borderlands or Madam Web.
Yeah. But I think Lady Gaga. I don't know if she won for Harley Quinn the worst performance.
Oh shoot, Hayden's gone.
Oh yeah, no, just noticed that.
Are we still live without him? Timer says we're still going. I don't have YouTube up to check. Are we still live?
I've got the stream on my laptop here just so I can keep checking. We are live, but he's gone.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see. Hopefully,
Yeah.
he is able to rejoin. But
Probably just a glitch, but yeah, we'll just keep it on an eye on the messages and see if he says anything.
okay, yeah. Okay. Your screen went dark there for a second. I was scared you had
No,
gone
no,
too. But,
no. If it goes dark, that's just me like dropping my
he's
window.
back.
Oh, there
Okay,
he
there
is.
we go. Internet's kind of spotty, so yeah,
no
we're good
issues.
now. I think
I
we're
guess
good.
we're
So,
still. I think we're still going live because the timer's still going. But
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Brutal Vengeance. Appreciate that, Brutal.
Okay.
He said, yeah, we're still live. Good
all
deal.
right. Thank you, Brutal.
Yeah, but what was the last one? The last one was Joker 2, right? Was it Joker 2?
Last DC. I was thinking
DC
of
film?
extended universe, like with Aquaman. That was
Right.
December 2023. But yeah, as far as DC goes,
Personally,
last one was
I
Joker.
actually enjoyed it.
It's not.
Yeah. What did Joker 2? Or y'all kind of mixed on it? Or?
So I did not like how it turned out. I don't like how Todd Phillips basically like retconned everything from the first one because I was talking about it a little. I don't know if you were able to get any of it before you cut out there, but just the way that it went from being nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars to Worst Picture at the Razzies is it's got to be studied by history classes in the future. Like, how did you possibly do this?
Yeah.
I mean, overall, like,
there we go.
The overall aesthetic of it and like how it was crafted.
Oh, it was great.
I don't think
great.
it's like it doesn't look like it would have been a bad film. And obviously from the trailers, it was not coming across that way at all. But yeah, just the plot points and like everything that he did to basically say, and spoilers for anyone in the chat that's not seen it yet, but honestly, I would say don't waste your breath. But me and Joseph saw it together. And we both looked at each other and thought, "Well, yeah, those musical numbers were," and even for days after that, I was humming the "Gonna build us a mountain, build us a mountain." And I won't sing it. I'm horrible at singing. But I was like, that song was stuck in my head, and I was like, "This is not how this movie was supposed to go." And,
I liked it. Oh,
what is
let's
it?
See. What were you saying, Joseph? What were you saying?
Oh, Brutal said that we saw it together. So I guess I don't know if you guys remember, but the ending leaked like a few days before it actually.
A little bit earlier.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that.
So I did not read the leak because I was like, I do not want to hear how this ends.
Yeah, no.
He read it and he knew how it was going to end. When it happened,
I
looked at
Joker
him.
2?
Yeah. When it happened, and again, I don't want to spoil it for people in the chat that haven't seen it, but like when it happened, and I looked at him and I'm like, is that what you read that was going to happen? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what?
Oh.
And I'm just sitting there like dumbfounded.
I liked it, but I like the first one more than the second one. I like the first one. I've only seen the first one like once fully, and that was in theaters 2019. So it's been a long time since I've seen it. But over the years, it's grown on me. It's grown on me. Right? And I personally like the new one. Again, I like the first one a little bit more, but I don't know. Like, I understand like this, like, okay. So one of my issues with the film is that.
Oh,
I think it's frozen
again.
Rained a little bit earlier, so there we go. Here we go.
Okay.
I love the aesthetic of the film. I love the atmosphere of the film. I even think, honestly, the acting's great, and I even think some of the dialogue moments are really good, in my opinion. But the thing with the musical moments in the film, one of the things I was like kind of meh about on the film is that you have a musical moment, right? And that's fine. You can have a musical moment. But give us like 10 or 15 or 20 or 25 minutes until the next one. I feel like what they did is that you would have a musical moment, and then 5 minutes later or 4 minutes later, there's another one. And I'm just like, space it out a little bit. Space it out a little bit. You know what I mean? And I'm just like,
because it's not the kind of movie that is supposed to be a musical. And like, I don't know where Todd Phillips got that idea of like, hey, let's do a sequel to my best movie.
Right.
And let's try and spin it in the worst way. I just feel bad for Joaquin for putting off so much weight again, just to be in.
That is a very good point. That is, and again, I'm someone who enjoyed it, you know, but I really did enjoy the film. But that is for people who didn't like the film, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Kind of, I'm trying to make that make sense. But that is a very good point. I did not think about that. Brutal. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed
experience with it. Yeah, I had an interesting experience with it. Like I saw it the day before my birthday, and I went
Yeah.
out with my friends and everything, and we were
Mhm.
sitting there, and we were kind of like pretty quiet throughout this whole movie. Like we weren't really enjoying ourselves. We were really
Yeah.
lost during the songs and the music.
That's when you know a movie's kind of,
Yeah, I mean the
that's when
whole
you
theater.
know, yeah.
The most hilarious thing is that our theater didn't even play Joker to start with. Like we were in an IMAX, and they played the Wild
Yeah.
Robot. We watched the first 5
the
minutes of
Wild
the
Robot.
Wild Robot because they didn't switch it out for Joker. So we were
Wow.
just like,
Yeah.
we should have watched
Yeah.
that instead of Joker. So
That's what I was getting ready to say. Wild Robot was such
The
a
Wild
much
Robot's
better
good,
movie
man.
than Joker
It's so
was.
good. Like Wild Robot, I saw that twice. Man, that movie's good. It is a really good film. Like man, yeah, I don't know if I want to say it's top 5 DreamWorks in my opinion. I don't even know if I'd say it's top 10, but it's good. It's like a lot of people are saying Wild Robot's like, oh, the best DreamWorks movie ever made, top 5 DreamWorks film. I'm like, it's good. It is a good film. I don't know if I'd say it's like
if not top 5, then easily top 10.
5. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's really good though.
Yeah.
Like it's simple. It's simple. It's a simple film.
Right.
It's a film about basically motherhood and family, which I love. But they're like the depth they go into that film, like the nuance, it's great. It's really good. I enjoyed it. But yeah, for DC, man.
Yeah,
it's just they really
need this win with Superman. Like they need is they need the whole brand to be just like rejuvenized.
Yeah.
Right. Like, amongst the film fandom, Superman is where it's at because everyone knows they enjoy Batman. But aside from Batman, we need to get like the brand going again with these other heroes.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. And that's kind of that's kind of like what general consensus seems to be because like sometimes my coworkers and I will like share video clips back and forth.
Yeah.
And the day the Superman trailer came out, I was like, guys, you've got to see this. And even one of my coworkers, even one of my coworkers was just telling me, he was like, I've never really been, I want you to review the Kid Nation 2007. Okay.
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah. Even one of my coworkers was like, I've never really been excited about Superman. But this trailer is like making me feel things like in my
I know, man.
It's
like
so exhilarating, just like the energy that it's giving off. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. I mean, unless you take a look at like what Marvel did, and like what Marvel is like hoping to get back to, because like I hope Fantastic Four is good, and then that's going to lead into.
They are Have y'all watched Ironheart yet?
I have not, and I actually had no plans to.
Look, it's not.
I haven't either, but I will eventually.
It's not horrible. It's not horrible. I personally don't think it's as horrible as people are saying it is. I don't. And I even thought Ironheart Riri Williams was a really good character in Wakanda Forever. I thought but a lot of people didn't like her character in that film. I actually really liked her character. I did.
Yeah, like
the thing is, it's so boring, dude. Like I had to struggle through all 3 episodes. I had to. Like I was almost to the point. I paused it at one point. And I had to go do something else. I was like, this is like originally what I wanted to do was so there's going to be 6 episodes in total, right? The last 3 episodes were released this Tuesday.
Yeah.
So originally what I was going to do was going to be like, okay, Tuesday or sometime this week, I'm going to watch all 6 episodes and I'm going to just do a full review because I already have my review up for the first 3 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And for the next 3 episodes, I'm just going to do like a quick review like I usually do. But now I am so glad I am not waiting till this week to binge all 6, dude, because I would be struggling out of my mind, dude, because it is just boring. It's so boring. Like I watched all 3 and I'm just like, and the best episode is 3 and then 2 and then 1. And that's not even saying much, dude. Like I'm just like,
I feel like, cause I didn't even know like the release plan, like they were going to do, like, I didn't even know it was 6 episodes. Cause like I said, I've had no plans of watching this. I knew nothing about, like, I didn't even know it was already out. But the fact that they're already releasing that they've already released 3 episodes and they're going to release the final 3 episodes this week, when like in other shows like Loki and WandaVision, they like did an episode a week to like build the audience. That right there kind of tells you that like even Marvel doesn't have faith that this is going to go anywhere. I mean, just little things like that like kind of tell you it's like, okay, this is not going to be what is like going to be the next defining
Yeah.
chapter of like whatever you're trying to build. Like for me, I see it as Fantastic Four, which I know it's going to be different now because a month ago we were thinking Fantastic Four is going to lead into Doomsday, but now it's going to be Fantastic Four Brand New Day. Doomsday. And it's like so the dynamic's going to change, I'm sure. I don't think I doubt they were
They're
probably going to
switching
reshoot
things
anything
around,
Fantastic
you know
Four.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They're switching things around. Which I'm
but that
okay
definitely
with.
gives
I'm
them the
okay
room
with
to open up in Brand New Day, lead into Doomsday, because they've not even
Which
filmed
I'm
anything
hoping
with
that's
it yet.
what they do. Because I want Brand New Day to lead into Doomsday. That's what I want. That's what I wanted from the start, and I'm excited.
That would be the best outcome, I think, too, because I was so disappointed when Brand New Day was going to be like originally like in the between Doomsday and Secret Wars. I was like, how is that going to be? You know,
It needs to show. It needs to show how he's going to pick back up after the end of No Way Home. And I will say, I love No Way Home.
Yeah.
The way
me too.
That everything was executed in that movie, including Toby and Andrew coming back, which never thought I'd see again. But yeah, the way No Way Home ends is such. I mean, you don't really feel sad that like he's alone, but at the same time, you know, it's just like gonna be what. Oh, I was about to say I got mine.
Dude, so good, man. This film, it's so good.
Wait,
I love
hold
it,
on.
man.
Do we have like the same cover from Walmart?
I think so. Do we?
The Walmart. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see real quick.
I was gonna say that's the inside, but I have. Oh, Raza's got the steelbook. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
you got the Steelbook. One. That's crazy, man.
I really wanted that Walmart one. We didn't get it here in Canada, and I was like, oh, it's too much to ship it. So, but a really nice steel too, yeah.
Oh yeah, nice steelbook, definitely. But the way No Way Home ended was just like I said. I didn't really feel sad, but I felt like optimistic for like what is gonna come of Tom Holland's iteration of this character, and it and like even I think they released part of like the script at the end of like the final words of the script are Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man lives on. And like
I love that too, dude.
Put that put that in your head with the ending music and like the swinging. It's just awesome. I'm so excited to see what Destin Daniel Cretton does with Brand New Day. It's gonna be exciting.
Me too.
Superman July 8th. So am I.
Awesome.
Good to see you, man. Awesome. We got the Tard. Good to see you, man. Any Austin, Texas stories? Not really, man. Not really.
There's a chance I might see Superman on July 7th.
Me too.
I'll be finding out if I get in for the advanced screening hopefully tomorrow. So
nice.
So if you're finding out tomorrow, then I think that means everybody else is probably going to find out too, right? Maybe.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure different countries, but maybe, yeah.
I was going to say, yeah. Let's see. What up, Jeffrey? Good to see you, man. Always good to see you, man. Appreciate you sharing the live stream.
Listen, if you guys are going to be seen on the 7th, please don't spoil it for me because I got to wait till the 8th.
No, absolutely not.
Me and Brutal have plans to drive 2 hours away to the nearest IMAX theater.
That's commitment, man.
That's
night. Commitment.
It is. Well, I like work night too. That. I'm doing it on a work night, so I got to drive 2 hours there, watch the movie, and then drive 2 hours back home. But I'm
worth it.
It's worth it. It'll be worth it. And I already know, like as soon as the movie's over, I'm gonna be putting in 5 stars on Letterboxd. Like I'm ready for it. It's gonna be awesome.
I mean, that's the thing, right?
Okay.
If this disappoints a large group of people, like a majority of the fan base, that's not gonna go well. I mean, we already know like DC Studios is gonna keep making their projects, but it's not going to be a good start if it doesn't land well, you know?
Right, and that's basically like what the universe is going to go off of is the success of this movie. Like I know we've got Supergirl and Clayface next year, and then Brave and the Bold coming.
Which Clayface I can't wait for, dude. Clayface.
Clayface.
So I've never been a big Clayface fan, but I cannot wait to see Clayface, dude. The body horror film, come on, man. That's gonna be
I forget the name of the guy that they cast for him. I know that they released it like last week or something, but I forget his name. It looks like it looks like a good casting though. But
we have the GOAT in the chat right now. Gen X Reviews Rudy. I've been following his channel for a few months, I think. I actually found his channel from Sean and Cody. You know, like they do the 31 on 31. If y'all have not subscribed to Rudy, go subscribe to Rudy. He's awesome. He was actually doing a Spaceballs because they announced Spaceballs too. He was doing a Spaceballs live watch along a couple of days ago, and I was watching that while watching Ironheart, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this because Ironheart is just, blech, it's just not great. But good to
Understandable.
see you, Rudy. Good to see you always, man. Appreciate you joining. But as far as the ranking goes, we have not gotten to the ranking yet. I think we're doing Superman and Fantastic Four, right?
Yes.
We're doing
So,
okay, cool.
see, I know Superman will probably be able to touch on more because there's 7 movies as opposed to 3 Fantastic Four. Well, 3 mainstream, but like 4. I know there are 4 that actually exist. I do not have that 90s movie, and I'm not gonna put up a fight trying to find it because I know it is horrible.
Yeah.
Like
Real quick,
the
I am gonna
2015
go.
Blu-ray is enough for me.
I'm gonna go grab my charger real quick. I think this is about to die, so I'm gonna grab my charger.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't want it to die, so.
I need to keep checking my phone charger because, like I said, I was supposed to have this on my computer, but it crashed out last week. So I'm on my phone.
All right.
Yeah, with the
I'll be back
Clayface, by the way, with Clayface, I'm looking forward to how they said that a lot of it is inspired from Batman the Animated Series.
Yes,
that's exciting.
That is like, very promising, and like going back to like the animated series, like, in the '90s and all that. Rachel Brosnahan in like the purple top.
Oh, I know,
so
right?
Reminiscent of Superman the animated series, and people like early reactions. I know we've not like talked about the early reactions yet. That came out of Brazil or like wherever they've been. Like I know people like Soups and that have already seen it, but they're saying it's like an episode of Superman the animated series. And I'm like,
incredible.
That is how you do it, man.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I've never watched. Well, actually, I started watching So it's the animated series Justice League and then Justice League Unlimited, right?
Okay.
I started watching it a while back. Don't want to say I loved it as much as everyone does so far, but again, it was like about a month ago, probably almost a month ago. And it's just
Oh, is he frozen again? Yeah.
Oh. I hear you a little bit.
Oh boy.
I think he's frozen. I mean, hold on. Okay, yeah, the timer's still going, so I guess we're still live.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have. If you want to go ahead and get into the ranking, I know.
Rudy's
asking for it.
Yeah.
So I have my stack of the movies here.
Same.
You want to go first, or I go
first?
You
go ahead. Yeah, you start. Yeah.
Okay, so Superman ranking. I know I mentioned to you guys in our group chat. I'd asked about like the DC, the extended universe collaboration films like BVS and Justice League and the Snyder Cut. I did not have a chance to rewatch those, so I'm just going off of all 7 solo.
There we go. All right, we're back.
Okay,
we're back.
Cool. Hayden, I don't know if you caught any of that, but I know I mentioned in our group chat a couple weeks ago if we were going to rank the extended universe films
cutting out again.
as well.
Let's see. There we go.
Oh, are you good?
For what'd you say?
Oh, I was saying
for,
I know a couple weeks
Superman?
ago. Yeah, I know for our ranking, I asked a couple weeks ago if we were going to look at the extended universe movies as well, like BVS, the Snyder Cut, and the Joss Whedon cut of Justice League. I did not get around to rewatching them, sadly.
Yeah.
So I'm just going off of the 7 solo films for my ranking.
Oh, okay. I didn't add Batman.
What is it?
Yeah, I just did solo. I didn't put Batman v Superman or the Snyder Cut, but I was to say I only put on the ranking the ones I have seen. I put the original Superman, Superman 2, and then
Oh no, we lost
Returns and Man of Steel. What was the one I haven't seen?
Okay.
Superman 3 I haven't seen, and The Quest for Peace. That piece I haven't seen, which I hear that one's. I don't waste my time watching if it's that bad, but
I feel like you need to watch it just to experience it.
Yeah.
If you've not seen it, like it's one of those that like I was just rewatching it and I was like, how did?
All right, there we go. I don't know why I keep not like that.
Yeah,
Sorry
the one
about
thing
that.
I like in Quest for Peace is the relationship with Lois and Clark again, because it kind of goes away in the third one.
Generation thinks of it. I'm curious what a younger generation thinks of it. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I did not like Quest for Peace at all. It was just. I hate that Christopher Reeve ended his Superman career on that. But
it's disappointing.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and get into
because I think is Superman. We can go ahead and get into it. Is Superman? So Superman Returns. I actually just watched it for the first time a couple months ago, or about a month ago, something like that. and again, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I know it's kind of divisive or whatever. Some people like it, some people don't. Is Brandon Routh's Superman supposed to be Christopher Reeve's Superman? They're the same,
Yes.
right?
I believe so. Yes.
In a way,
Yeah.
sort of. Because after watching The Flash, right? So basically, if you look up Superman Returns on Wikipedia or something like that, it basically says that it is I guess like a sequel and Quest for Peace, and then Superman 3, you ignore those. It ignores those events, I think, or something like that. And he shows up in The Flash as for Reeve. So I was, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of confused about that. I was kind of confused. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they were like
like basically
insane,
what
But
Bryan Singer
I
did for
figured they
that
were,
was
but-
he ignored 3 and 4 of Superman and just pretended that this was continuing off of Superman 2. And so with Superman
Gotcha,
Returns, he's
gotcha.
like, okay, so
That would say
Clark
that
has
makes
been
sense,
gone
makes sense.
for, I think, I don't know if it was 5 or 8 years. I think probably 8 years. Because Lois has the kid who ends up turning out to be Clark's as well. We find out. So spoiler alert for Superman Returns, but it's almost 20 years old. So yeah. I mean, it's that movie. I definitely. Well, Joseph, you start with the ranking actually. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So in out of the 7 solo films, in 7th place, probably not to anyone's surprise.
Oh, we're
I have
starting the
Quest for
Superman
Peace.
ranking right now.
Yeah. If y'all want to.
Okay, I was to say I'm gonna kind of lay back a little bit because I haven't seen, but I'm interested to hear what y'all have to say about it because I've heard nothing but again bad things about it. So
yeah, so in Superman 4, but in 7th place, Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. This is one horrible movie. I did not have fun with this one whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I tried to because it's Christopher Reeve Superman, but it is, no matter what I could do to enjoy it, I just couldn't. So comes to no surprise, probably to no one's surprise, that it is in last place. And I'll let one of you guys go next, or are we just going to do it continuously?
I think maybe we'll do 1-on-1. I think that'll be good. Yeah.
Okay.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Man, it keeps cutting out.
Okay, so I'll just keep going with my
I think we're
ranking
good
then.
now. Come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
So
go
that
ahead,
was number 7 for you.
Yeah. Quest for Peace was number
I was
7
say
for me.
you want to keep going. You keep going. Yeah.
Okay, number 6, probably also not to anyone's surprise, but I have Superman 3. Not as bad as 4, but still not good. Still not the best.
All right.
Richard Lester, I don't think he's a bad director, but it's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of what Zack Snyder did with his take of Superman. Like, not like as dark as Zack Snyder was, but just like turning Superman into something that I don't think he should be. Like, it feels too funny at times where it shouldn't be, especially with Richard Pryor. It just, and like I said, it's not as bad as 4, but 3 is definitely not one of my favorites. And it's actually something I was thinking about the other day, like with the directors of Christopher Reeve's movies. It's like Richard Donner took it seriously, Richard Lester made it somewhat funny, and then Sidney Furie turned it into a complete joke. So nice way to think about it. So in 6th place, Superman 3. What's one thing you're hoping James Gunn does not do with this upcoming Superman film? Make it bad. I want it to be good.
Personally, Raza, did you have something to say? I'll say you go before me.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying that. Yeah, we don't want this to be bad in any way. Like, it doesn't.
Not at all.
We don't want too much comedy. We don't want too much seriousness. We need that perfect blend of what makes Superman Superman.
That fine line, you know what I mean? That fine line,
right? I think James Gunn can do this. I really do trust him, but I have yet to see a film that doesn't have as much comedy as the Suicide Squad and Guardians from him. So I'm wondering if Superman will kind of work that line pretty well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A while back, it said, like, reports came out, rumors came out, and all that, and it was like, the Superman has the tone of Guardians of the Galaxy. And again, I love Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. But I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that at all. Man, to answer, good to see you, man, the Truth 31. To answer your question, I would say what Raza kind of said, the humor. Like, I know there was a report that came out a couple weeks ago, or about a month ago or something, and it said that basically they cut, like, some of the film and like they like all the silliness, they cut all that out or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
James Gunn did, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with that because I mean it can be funny, definitely it can be funny, but I want it to be
I
serious as
want to
well,
laugh. You know, I want to see the
exactly.
funny relationships between Lois and Clark and everything, and Jimmy.
Yeah. I don't want it to
it's
be
like what Raza was saying. It's the perfect blend of like when can we be serious and when can we make jokes? Like that sneak peek that they came out with, with Crypto jumping on Superman in the eyes.
Everybody hated it, man. They hated it. I was like, dude. I mean, well, I know.
That, to me, that
I know one.
I was like, I love that.
I like that.
I would say,
too,
okay, I know one movie like reviewer YouTuber that I've watched for years, man, and I still love his videos, but I mean, it's just I don't understand. Again, everyone has their own opinion. I get everyone's gonna like what you like, not everyone's gonna hate what you hate. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all know Tyrone Magnus by any chance.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
I've been following his channel since I was so I'm about to go on my sophomore year of college. I've been following his channel ever since I was in 5th or 6th grade. Love his videos. Been watching his channel for years, man. Yeah. And again, everyone has their own opinion. I get it. That's just how life works. You know what I mean? But I don't understand. Like, he's just like, and some of the things he's seen from the movie, like some of the clips that he's reacted to, he's liked, but he's a video I saw today that he posted was about how it's like too comic booky. And I'm like, dude, it's a comic book movie. It's a comic book movie. It's gonna be comic booky. Like, I mean, again, love his channel, love his videos. I really do. But it's a comic book movie. It's gonna be comic booky. I don't understand that. Hey, and again, like I said, everyone has their own opinion. I understand that. But it's a comic book movie. Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of, I don't know.
That
bizarre
sounds,
to me. But.
I mean, no offense to that guy, but that sounds like something a Zack Snyder fan would say. Like,
he's a huge Man of Steel fan, dude. He is a huge Man of Steel fan.
That probably explains
it
then.
He's a huge, like, he loves the Snyder Cut. He loves, which I like the Snyder Cut. I like Batman v Superman. I like Man of Steel. I do. I don't love Man of Steel like most people, but I enjoy the film. I even have it, I think, right here. Do I? Something. Oh yeah, I have Batman v Superman as well. I don't even know if I have. I don't know if I have Man of Steel. I think I used to or something like that. But I like Man of Steel. I like Batman v Superman. I like Snyder Cut. But that's not how I would do DC. You know what I mean? Like, that's not like the way James Gunn is doing DC right now. This very like whimsical, this comic booky, Silver Age, All-Star, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if he's taking inspiration from All-Star, but I'm saying I love what James Gunn is doing. That's how I would do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, well, let's see. Rudy says, I got to go. I'll come back and check out the entire ranking later. All of y'all keep up the great work. Rudy, appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining. Again, if y'all have not subscribed to Rudy's channel, please go subscribe. He makes great reviews, great movie content, all of that. And good to see you, man. Good to see you. Appreciate you joining. Darkroom Reviews, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's see. We already read this, I think, right? What's the one? Yeah, we already read that. Okay.
Yeah, we got that.
But yeah, I hope it's good. It looks good, man. And but you still need to get back to your ranking, Joseph.
Yes.
So get back to your ranking, man.
So getting back to Zack Snyder, number 5 is Man of Steel.
Is that Man of Steel? Okay.
So,
I think I have it. Do I have it?
So Man of Steel is not a bad movie. Like what we were saying, it's not a bad movie by any means. It's just not how you do Superman.
No,
in my opinion,
not at all. Not at all.
And I will say I've not seen this movie in years, up until last week when I rewatched it.
It's been a while for me too. It's been a while.
So I watched it, I think, in middle school when it came out, and I was like, okay, this is a good Superman movie. I watched it last week, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
this is nothing like I remember. Like, I remember the certain parts of it. Like, I remember showing how Clark was as a kid. Like, he saved like he saved everyone with the bus going off the bridge and like all that. Like, I remember those key parts like that. And then him and Zod flying through the 7-Eleven, closer, like movie. Like, I remember those parts like that. But just like seeing it all together as a whole for the first time in years, I was like, that's not how it's done.
Right.
Sorry, Zack Snyder. Like visually, Zack Snyder has got it.
Visually, it's good.
Characters. He does.
What holds it up is
the writing screenplay. He does not.
The action. It's visually good, and the action is what's great about it. But
And the ending
know.
is very divisive
Controversial.
too. Yes,
Divisive,
because it's like,
it
and
is.
spoiler alert to any of you that are out there that haven't seen Man of Steel. But
Yeah.
when he goes to snap Zod's neck and kill him, they both come from Krypton.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Zod have the same powers that would protect him from having his neck snapped? Like,
Yeah. It's a good point.
what?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just so weird, and it's not like Superman at all. Like Batman is more gritty with people.
I
Like,
was
of
gonna
course,
say,
Batman still doesn't really kill people.
exactly.
But Superman obviously is not going to kill people. So him
No,
going to
absolutely
snap
not.
Zod's neck and finish the movie,
Yeah.
it's like, no.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'll be back, guys. I just gotta pause for one quick couple minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good, man. No worries.
Yeah. You
No
guys
rush, man.
continue. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So in
That was Man of
fourth,
Steel.
yeah. So fifth place
Okay,
was
so
Man of Steel. Fourth place, I have Lester Cut, Superman 2.
Okay.
Good
okay.
movie. But like I said earlier with Richard Lester, there are some parts of it that just feel too funny.
Yeah.
And I don't really think that's Superman's vibe, especially
Gotcha.
not with what they're trying to set up with General Zod and Ursa and Non coming to Earth. And it's just the like I said, the Lester cut is good, but it's not the best. But it's still a solid watch. I enjoyed it.
I watched Superman 2, like the original Superman 2. I haven't seen any of the cuts or anything like that.
Okay.
I haven't seen even the Richard Donner cut, but I watched it for the first time a couple months ago, and not the biggest fan of it. But
yeah, it's
but
definitely
the original
one.
Superman's great though. I love the original.
Oh yes.
Superman. It's
yeah,
so good.
So Superman. So this is probably the cut you watched then, if you've not seen the Richard Donner cut. Yeah, this is the Lester cut. Like this is the print that went to theaters. In the 80s.
Okay, so that's probably the one I watched then. Gotcha. Yeah, I would say that's probably the one then. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Donner cut they were able to clean it up some, and originally they weren't even gonna like it's. If you think about it, it's a relatively newer cut. Because in like the early 2000s, I think Margot Kidder gave an interview where she was talking about like everything that went on with like how Richard Donner had shot most of the movie before he was replaced with Richard Lester. Yeah. And she had said to whoever she was being interviewed by, she was like, yeah, Richard Donner, that is, shot enough content to make his own movie. And then all these online petitions came up, and that's what prompted them, I think around the time Superman Returns came out, like 2005, 2006, to do a Donner cut. And I will say, not to spoil anything, but the Donner cut is the next one on my ranking. I like the Donner cut better. It's not okay. A lot of people say, and I will even admit, it's not really a complete film because they cut there's 10 or 15 minutes cut. Yeah. But tonally, it is better. Okay. I like the more of the setup of how things are done. Like in the Lester cut that you watched, Lois flung herself into Niagara Falls to be saved by Superman.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yes. So in the Donner cut, or this is still Superman 2, but I'll go and get to the Donner cut since we're talking about it and since it's next. But so yeah, the Lester cut had her plunging herself into Niagara Falls to be saved by Superman. There is it's a darker like I won't spoil anything what it is.
Yeah, you're good.
It is a somewhat darker way that she's like, I'm gonna make you prove to me that you're Superman. And I felt like it was more like Lois's character almost, like just that daring and like you don't know what she's gonna do next. And whereas the Lester cut, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna throw myself into the water, wee, and it just did not feel like her whatsoever. So I do like the way that she tests it, and it actually comes up sooner. It's like one of the first scenes in the Donner cut. The way she's like, prove to me you're Superman, and the reveal is better and more like Lois in the Donner cut as well. So in the Lester cut, he reaches into the fire and Lois sees that Clark isn't burnt, and he's like, okay, yeah, fine, I'm Superman. There is a much better reveal as to how she finds out he's Superman in the Donner cut. And
cool.
In itself was like, yeah, I think I like this version better. And some scenes are cut. Like I do like in the Lester cut how he's floating there outside the Daily Planet window when he encounters Zod, and he's like, General, do you mind to step outside?
Oh yeah.
So I will say, not in here. Like it,
Oh,
like it
it's
is
different.
like that.
That seems different. Okay.
It's different. It's a little different. I don't quite like that part. I do like the Lester cut part of that better. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's still in there, but it just is a little different. And there's
Gotcha. Okay.
and yeah, overall, I just feel like the Donner cut is more of a definitive cut of Superman 2, more of like what they were trying to go for. And I know that's kind of like a hot take because more people do prefer the Lester cut because, like I said earlier, a lot
Yeah.
of people are saying Donner cut's not a complete movie. But I think I do find myself liking the Donner cut a lot more. So Donner cut,
Yeah.
Superman 2 is third place. In second place, I have, which I have to pop it out here because it's part of my old like DVD pack. But Superman Returns
Okay.
is number
So you're a
2.
Superman Returns fan. Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
I think Brandon
Gotcha.
Routh is a great Superman, and it
He's good
disappoints
as
me.
Superman. He is a good
Yes.
Superman. I will say that he is.
He's a very good Superman, and that is his signature on the box.
Oh, did you go up to him and he like signed that right in front of you?
Yes,
So you met Brandon Routh. Oh, that's cool.
I've met Brandon
cool.
Routh. Yes, he is
Cool.
so awesome, so down to earth. I actually have plans
okay.
to meet him again, Lord willing, in
cool.
the fall. So
Sick, dude. That's cool.
there's another Comic-Con that's near me. And
Yeah.
I know I was talking to you before we went live. I like to do Comic-Cons a lot, and I've met Sam Raimi and all that. But yeah, they were doing a Superman reunion at this one I'm looking at.
It's
cool. Brandon Routh, Dean Cain, George Newbern, Tom Welling.
That's cool. That's cool.
Trying to think of more. Tyler Hoechlin from Superman and Lois, who I'm so excited for, and my friend Bruno that's in the chat that he's so excited for that as well. So yeah, I'm hoping to get a big Superman group picture, and
absolutely, dude, that would be
awesome.
Sick, man.
Yeah, and probably I'll have Brandon Routh sign a picture because when I met him when I was first starting to do Comic-Cons, and I was just like getting movies signed, but I was wanting more of like. As I like evolved with it, I was like, I kind of want more of like keepsake pictures. So I want to try and see if I can get a picture signed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I want to see if I can get a picture of him.
Just to look back on it and be like, man, that was awesome, man. That was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, just So
Superman Returns.
So that was your number 2.
Yeah, Superman Returns was my number 2. And then so number 1, probably also to no one's surprise, similar to how Quest for Peace was at the bottom, to no one's surprise. My top one is the original Christopher Reeve 1978 film. Absolutely love this.
It's good, man. It's good.
Textbook definition for what comic book films should be, and really, I mean, set the benchmark for what they became. Because this was like one of the first mainstream to come out anywhere. Because I know Marvel started in the 80s with Howard the Duck, and like that's not exactly how you start making.
And Dolph Lundgren's Punisher too.
Yeah, it's like that's not really. Yeah, it's not really how you start your empire. So, Superman the movie, amazing.
It's good. It's good. I watched it for the first time months ago, and I enjoyed it. I was like, "This is Superman, dude. This Christopher Reeve is Superman."
It's good. So, which cut did you watch of Superman, the original? Did you watch like the
there's another cut of the original? Oh, I didn't know about that.
There's like 3 or 4 different cuts, I think. There's like a specialized cut that was like 2 hours long. There's a theatrical version, which is what the 4K Blu-ray is, which is like 223, I think. In this DVD box set, it comes with a expanded edition. Raza's back.
Hey guys.
Hey. I was just telling Hayden here about the different cuts of the original Superman.
Oh, cool. Okay,
there's like 3 or 4 different cuts.
When you go to Max, like HBO Max, right, and you find, I think I just watched the one on there. I'm not sure which cut it is. But
Max,
whichever one it was, I enjoyed. So
I would probably say I would be willing to say Max is probably the theatrical cut, which is what this is. But I had to.
Okay, I was gonna say it might be that one. I think.
Yeah. So what I did was because I got like all these in the box set and it came with the digital code. If you own it digitally, like on iTunes or Amazon Prime or whatever, it comes with the 3-hour extended cut that they put on ABC whenever it first like had its network broadcast premiere. And I will say, it's bulky. Like there's a lot of stuff that could be cut out of there and was necessarily like understandably so cut out of the theatrical cut. But
Yeah.
overall, the expanded cut that's like 3 hours long is very well done. I will say there are some like, and this is just like my silly little like analysis of like different movie like type specs or whatever, but a lot of the color grading and like the color
Yeah.
palette looks better on that 3 hour cut.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it. Yeah,
Interesting.
I know over the years like they've had like they now have the 4K cut of this. The
Yeah.
4K
Yeah.
cut of the theatrical doesn't look bad. Like I'm not saying it looks bad in any way, but I'm just saying like there are some sequences like when Lex goes to put the kryptonite necklace around Superman's neck, the color palette in the expanded cut or the extended cut looks better
There
to
we go.
me than the 4K cut of the theatrical. Just different nitty gritty type things, like things that ultimately wouldn't matter to
Right.
most people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will say the theatrical cut does have some better restored sound effects. Like
Okay.
when Clark goes to transform into Superman in the revolving door for the first
Yeah.
time, it doesn't do like a big whoosh in like the expanded cut,
Oh.
whereas you get it. Yeah, so it's very much like the extended cut that's on iTunes is very much a raw cut of what you would have seen on TV in the 80s. Like it's
Right.
not been touched up since then. And
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like with Star Wars and Star Trek, like they like those despecialized editions, or I
Yeah.
think it's called despecialized. They like
Despecialized,
those
yeah.
versions better. And I can definitely see why, because it stuck out for me with Superman. But yeah, number one, no surprise, absolutely. And I think I mentioned this before you
Yeah.
hop back in here, Raza. But this back in 1978, this was the benchmark for how you start the superhero film empire.
It was. It totally was.
Absolutely crazy. And just that way I can get you caught back up. What was the last one that you heard before you?
Superman. No, Man of Steel. Man of Steel.
Okay, Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So let me go back. I'll kind of backtrack here. But so yeah, Superman Steel was 5th place. In 4th place, I had the Lester cut of Superman 2.
Okay.
Like I said earlier with Superman 3, it just feels more funny than it should be serious at times.
Okay.
I don't really like how, like comparing the Donner cut to the Lester cut, I like a lot of elements of the Donner cut better. I feel like Lois throwing herself into Niagara Falls to get Clark to prove that she's Superman is just too goofy and not like her character at all. And I also like, I didn't spoil it for Hayden. Oh, Hayden cut out. Well, I guess since he's not here, I can kind of say, but the reveal in the Donner cut, I like so much better.
Right.
And it's so much more,
cool.
It feels more grounded as to who Lois's character is.
Right.
Especially when Clark's like, if you would have shot that gun at me and I wasn't Superman, you would have killed an innocent person. She's like, with a blank?
Yeah, with
gotcha.
the blank.
And I was like, that is so much better than him sticking his hand in the fire and just being like, oh, you're not burnt. And he's like, yeah, you're right, I'm not burnt. I'm Superman.
Yeah, his tone and when he delivers that is like, you caught me red-handed. It's like,
well, quite literally it would have been if you would have gotten burnt. But but yeah. So 4th place was Lester cut. Not coming around from what Man of Steel and like 3 and 4 were. Not a bad movie, but I do prefer the Donner cut more. And the Donner cut was my 3rd, just because, like I said, I like elements of that so much better. And I don't like. I mentioned it to Hayden too when
There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I think we're still live.
So bad.
No, you're good. But in what was I trying to say? In Superman, the Lester cut of Superman 2, when he's standing outside the window and he's like, General, you want to come outside? I don't like how that was changed in the Donner cut. That was like my one little like thing that I didn't really like, because I do like that sequence in the Lester cut, how that's done. So just that little nitpicky thing, but overall I feel like I like the Donner cut more. Number 2 was Superman Returns, and I was showing I had Brandon Routh sign my DVD of it, the collection.
That's nice.
Which was awesome. And I mentioned him too. I'm planning to meet Brandon Routh again in the fall. There's going to be a nearby Comic-Con I'm going to, has a bunch of Superman actors like I think I mentioned Tim Daly earlier, but I think I meant to say George Newbern. I think I actually meant to say George Newbern. Tim Daly hasn't been confirmed yet, and I actually have met Tim Daly as well. But so far, it's Brandon Routh, George Newbern, Dean Cain, Tyler Hoechlin, Tom Welling, and I think that's
You got
it.
the whole multiverse,
I was,
man. The
I
whole
was about to say
multiverse.
that's
in
like
that
all
one.
of the those are all the surviving people I
That's
think,
cool.
except
That's
for
cool.
Henry David and then Tim Daly if they do
Exactly.
announce
Yeah.
them.
Right.
So yeah, I'm hoping to get a
Yeah.
good group, Superman group picture, and then they also have like just going off on a tangent here because I'm excited about this con, but they also have Smallville people like Michael Rosenbaum, Laura Vandervoort, Erica Durance.
Wow.
The other day they
Lex
announced
Luthor, man.
Kristen
Yep.
Krug, so I'm very excited, and then Tyler Hoechlin and Bitsy Tulik from Superman and Lois.
Superman
I'm
Lois.
very excited
Yeah.
for. Still, I will say I'm excited for them, but I still need to watch Superman and Lois.
Me too.
I need to watch it, but I know like just from
Me
clips
too.
I've
I've heard
seen,
good things.
they are a good Superman and Lois. I'm very
Yeah.
excited to meet both of them. So yeah, Superman Returns is my number 2, and then
Awesome.
just rounding it out, Superman
Right.
the movie, Christopher
Of course.
Reeve, 1978 is the definitive one.
Of course.
And that going off, try not to go off on too many tangents, but staying relevant to the Superman topic is my Superman ranking. So
that is an
whichever one of you guys,
awesome ranking. I really respect it.
It's a good ranking, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
you.
a good ranking. Raza, I was gonna say, if you want to go next, you can go next, man. It's up to you.
Sure. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
of course, as the same with Joseph and the majority of the Superman fan base, Quest for Peace is last. Superman 4, yes, as Joseph touched on all the points already. Like it's just abysmal. I mean, what they did to Superman, the way they treated him, the villain. I mean, I don't even know what they were thinking with it. It was just they didn't put any effort in. Of course, the budget was cut down severely. That it clearly shows. The one element that I find kind of entertaining in a comedic way is just that scene when Lois is trying to. I can't remember. She's in her apartment and Clark has to be Clark, and then he has to fly out and be Superman and return as Superman. You know that's the confusing thing about that too is actually oh no, wait, no, I just corrected myself in my head. I was gonna say how Lois forgot that Clark is Superman, but then at the end of Superman 2, he erases her memory of meeting him and knowing the Superman revelation and everything. So never mind about that. But yeah, no, I just find that scene kind of entertaining to watch. I mean, I just think the back and forth is kind of fun to watch, just a little bit. Other than that. Yeah. Everything else is just, it should have never been made. They should have left it at 2 or just 3. The way that, again, Christopher Reeve did go out was on a very sour note. So yes, last place is Superman Quest for Peace. I can't remember now how many movies I'm doing in this ranking. Well, I do include BVS in my ranking. I don't include the Snyder cut because I kind of count it like the Avengers. Yeah. It's an ensemble.
I feel like I should have added Batman v Superman, but I just ended up just like we said earlier, just like the solo Superman film. You know what I mean? Like I felt bad not adding it, but I was like, again, going back to just talking about solo Superman films. I was like, I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine. So but that was the Quest for Peace, right?
Following up, same as Joseph, Superman 3. Now this one is interesting only because it's kind of special, particularly to myself, just because they filmed a lot of it in my city of Calgary. So they have a lot of shots in it where he is literally standing outside and you see the Calgary Tower in the background. So that is super, super cool because hardly anything films in a city like ours in Canada. So it's super cool. And just to know that it's a DC superhero movie like Superman, I mean, that's incredible. I mean, it's hilarious because it's especially back then in the early 80s when they were filming it, the city was so small. Oh, wait. What are your thoughts on we are getting 5 Transformers movies in the works? And also any thoughts on Transformers 1 Direct making a live-action film and Bay coming back to make a film?
I'm a huge
Transformers fan. There are 5 Transformers movies in the works?
Apparently so,
apparently,
I heard about that, and apparently this is still happening too. I hope this is happening still because I want to see this, man.
Joe Cross.
Like I'm a huge Transformers fan, dude. So when I heard about that, I was like, oh, Michael Bay's coming back? Okay, that's interesting. And there were rumors a while back that Shia LaBeouf is coming back. So I guess that means that's possibly true. Which I'm
that was another question. Like, I know I'd mentioned you guys. I've been like keeping track of like the movie headlines over the last few days. Yeah, I was gonna add Michael Bay to the list, but I forgot.
Right.
Do you guys think? And I don't mean to get like into brain rot content here whatsoever because that is not my thing. But do you guys think that
I know what you're going to talk about.
Do you think the Skibbity toilet thing was a front to say, yeah, I'm actually doing Transformers?
I heard about that. I read something about that the other day, and I thought about it, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think it is, but I personally think that both of them are still whatever Transformers movie he's making, and that skibbity toilet nonsense.
I will not watch that
film.
movie. I will
I
not.
don't even know what that is,
Why
to be
we
honest.
need
I'm
that.
like so beyond.
And Michael Bay is direct. Like that is going to be the most brain rot, all camera work, all over the place film. I'm gonna be nauseated by the time. I don't even know if I'm gonna go watch it, dude. I'm like, really? Do we
I'm
need
not
that?
watching
Like,
it. I don't have TikTok. I've never had the desire to have TikTok.
I
neither,
just because I've seen what it's transpired into. And
like
all
how
these
do you
kids
make
using
a
the slang, I'm like,
toilet
what are you
film?
talking about?
Like,
I
you know
know.
what it is, right? It's a guy's head in a toilet, and I'm just like,
it's a meme. How do
I
you
know,
make a movie?
and I'm like,
how do you make like a 2-hour movie off
I
of
know, and
like a 7-second video clip as your existing IP?
It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. And I'm like, Michael Bay, the most over the top camera movements and angles director. No, I think I should be good on that. But
I think it was a front. I think he wanted to get people's attention. Also, did you hear that Transformers and G.I. Joe is getting a TV show?
That's right. Yeah.
Get a reveal at San Diego Comic-Con in late July. That does sound interesting. I'd be exciting to see anything that comes of that.
Yeah.
But no, getting back to the brain rot. If that movie actually is still getting made and it wasn't just a front to say I'm back for Transformers, I will not see that movie. I'm just I'm on the record saying
I mean, for myself,
But
for Michael Bay, I really do enjoy the first 2007 one. I really do enjoy it.
Me too. Me too. Yeah.
Revenge of the Fallen, I've always been disappointed with it since day one. Dark of the Moon, I like quite a bit. I like Dark of the Moon a lot.
I've never seen Dark of the Moon.
Oh, I quite enjoyed it. I mean, it was my first Transformers film in theaters, and I went and saw it in IMAX 3D.
Cool.
It was mind blowing. I mean, that was great. I mean, it's not like amazing. It's just it's a guilty pleasure. I think the Transformers movies are guilty pleasures. It's not like it's just an entertaining like kind of explosion movie, right? So then Age of Extinction, same thing. I like the soundtrack in that though. The soundtrack is really great.
I love it.
The soundtrack, the 3D effects in it, that's a great 3D movie. Other than that, again, it's just overly long. And then Last Night, completely abysmal. I mean, that was dreadful.
I personally like it. I get it has its issues, both of them. This one and this one and what's it called? The Last Night or something like that.
Yeah, Last
Is that
Night.
what it's called?
Yeah,
I personally enjoyed it, but you know, I know it has its flaws.
Yeah. No, I was so disappointed when I saw that. So so I mean, I would say like 2 out of the 5 movies that Michael Bay did, I enjoyed. There are elements in Revenge of the Fallen that I like more than Age of Extinction and Last Night. So hearing him that he wants to come back is interesting, but I'm not going to jump all the way to saying that I love it because
I wasn't expecting
in terms of like his recent track record of Age of Extinction and Last Night, for myself at least, like it just feels like I don't want him to go back to doing those type of Transformer movies. So I don't know if he's capable of kind of doing something different and fresh, but we'll see. Yeah. I know.
Because the thing is, so
create like more movies like Bumblebee. Like Bumblebee, I thoroughly enjoyed. Transformers 1 was great with the whole thing taking place on Cybertron.
I still need to see Transformers 1, but I heard it's amazing. And I also was disappointed to hear that they're not doing a sequel to it. I know that came out a couple weeks ago. They're not doing a sequel. So I've not seen it yet. I'm not able to like voice my opinion on that yet. But I do. Transformers 1 is on my watch list, and I'm very I do have friends that are Transformers fans, and they've seen it, and they said it was awesome. So I do need to watch it at some point.
It's good. Well, the question I have is so you have the first 5 Transformers films directed by Michael Bay, I think, right?
Yeah.
So you have those ones, and those are like his own universe, right? And then you have Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast, which that's his own universe, right?
Yeah, it was interesting the way they did it. You know, like at first it was supposed to be. At first, it was supposed to be like a reboot, but then they said it was going to be a prequel, and it kind of does work as a prequel. I mean, I would say more so Bumblebee than Rise of the Beast.
Yeah.
Because Bumblebee, at least, like the way that ends with him and Optimus kind of driving out. I mean, in a way it does, in a way it doesn't, because it kind of retcons a lot. Because in the 2007 Transformers, like the way that they arrived to Earth for the first time, it's implied that that's their first time landing, and Optimus is new to Earth and everything. So it's a big retcon if it is in the same continuity, I think.
Yeah. Well, my question is, so again, you have the first 5 made by Michael Bay, that universe, right?
Yeah.
And then you have Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast, which is kind of like its own universe in a way, sort of. So does that mean with Michael Bay coming back, does that mean that we're going back to the Mark Wahlberg, Shia LaBeouf universe? Which I'm totally down for.
I would say so, yes.
I would say so too. Which will be immensely confusing for the general audience.
Right.
Yeah. But Raza, you still need to get back to your ranking.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So I was discussing Superman 3. So aside from the filming locations being shot in a lot of Calgary, that was cool. As for the rest of the story, oh my gosh, it feels like Superman's a secondary character in this. I mean, I don't know again what they were thinking, what they were realizing during the editing of it. I mean, what's the actor's name? Richard Pryor. His character like becomes the main focus, and it's like Superman just takes a back seat. You don't really see much Superman action at all until much later in it. I did like, again, similar to what I liked about Quest for Peace, Superman's relationship with is her name? Yeah, Lana Lang. Yeah,
Lana Lang.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I did quite enjoy that. Him going back to Smallville and reuniting with her, and I did enjoy that. Like, it was because otherwise, if you continued with the same like Lois, it maybe it changed things up a bit. But that being said, I didn't like that Lois was hardly in it at all. I didn't like that at all. I would have liked a bit more of a balance between them for sure. That would have made things a bit more interesting. So that was a shame that Margot Kidder's Lois was pretty much out of this, aside from the beginning and end. And no Lex in this. And as for the other villain, that business guy who just wants to again kill Superman, I think is what it was. I'm trying to remember the plot of it, but didn't like it. I mean, it was way too like comic booky in a bad sense. Like, there's a good comic booky and then there's a bad comic booky. You know what I'm saying? So this was not it. And so that would be in second last, followed up with I guess is it Man of Steel or Batman v Superman? I think it would be, without looking at my ranking, because I'm recording on my phone, so I can't look at my ranking easily, but I can remember off the top of my head. I think it's I would have to say it's Man of Steel. So that's my guess. Is this Man of Steel? Now, Man of Steel, when I saw it in theaters, I saw it opening day with my friend, my dad and my brother, and we were like silent throughout it. We were like, wow, this is dark. It's
dark. It gets dark.
Depressing.
It does.
This is not the Superman I grew up with.
Dark.
And it was like, by the time it ended, we were like, okay, I like the ending and like how promising it was of Clark kind of finally kind of getting settled into the Daily Planet.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And all that. But then as for the whole other like last third act of the movie, oh my gosh, was it ever like destruction and like explosions?
It's epic. It is, but it's
epic and it is realistic in that tone. Like, every time that I hear Man of Steel was made to reflect like what Superman would be like in our world, I totally get it.
Which I like that. I like that. I do.
Totally get that style that Zack Snyder was going for, that visual aspect of him literally crashing through buildings. I mean, he's a super being. Right? I mean, those things will, I guess, happen. But again, it's all done. It's all the way it's done stylistically. Like, we're probably going to see some similar elements like that in James Gunn's Superman, but it's going to be done in a different way. So I think it's all about the approach. It's all about the way it's told and shown that really matters. So for me, for Man of Steel, on that first viewing at least, it didn't do much of it for me. I did rewatch it before Batman vs Superman, again, same thing, and then I rewatched it before the Snyder Cut in 2021. So I've seen it only 3 times. And on my third watch, that is when I finally started to see a little bit more of what I was actually liking in it. So it was really interesting. Which is super rare for me. Like, once I don't like a movie, it pretty much stays that way. But it was on my third watch where I started to really notice things that I appreciated more. and I did kind of enjoy. Now, again, it's been 4 years since I've actually seen it, so I can't remember what specifically I liked, but I did enjoy it a bit more on that rewatch. So it did go up from I rated like 5 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10. So it went up by 1 star, but that's pretty much it. That's all it will go up to for me, at least. So I do appreciate the Snyder fans who like it. I don't have anything against that. And for all those who don't, I understand too. And again, like as Joseph was saying, the whole decision about Zod and everything at the end, I mean, that was very interesting. And I know I actually heard something new for the first time about that because Christopher Nolan was a executive producer on it, he actually
he was.
He completely opposed that decision, which is very interesting. He was like firmly against it. He's like, we shouldn't do that. But Zack Snyder and David S. Goyer, the writer, still went ahead with it. So that was interesting. And then followed up with Man of Steel is Batman v Superman, if we're including that in our ranking. So for me, for Batman v Superman, again, I was super excited for it, even after not really liking Man of Steel. Just the fact that, again, we were getting Batman on the big screen after 4 years since the Dark Knight trilogy was very exciting. And seeing him go toe-to-toe with Superman, very exciting. But there was way too much crammed into this movie, I think. You had, oh, wow, I just got fireworks.
They got fireworks. How'd you do that, man? That's cool.
Happy early 4th of July.
Yeah, happy early 4th of July.
Man. Happy early 4th of July.
Yeah. And, so we...
What up, BG? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
I was enjoying Batman v Superman quite a bit. Like, I do like the beginning. Like, that opening sequence of Bruce running through Metropolis and, like, just... Or Gotham, I guess.
I love that scene.
That was intense. Hans Zimmer's score in that scene is really bombastic.
So good.
Again, I listen to that often. But then again, aside from that, there's just way too much crammed in. I mean, I love Wonder Woman in it. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. That was a great introduction for her, I thought. But then everything else, it just felt like it wasn't flowing smoothly, And I thought this movie could have been so much cohesive. And it kind of just tacked on a bit too much all over the place. And then, of course, the infamous Martha scene. For me, that didn't feel too...
Martha! Why'd you say that name?
Why'd you say that name?
It's just so fun to say,
It makes sense. It makes sense. I get where Zack Snyder's coming from. I've heard his interviews about it. Yeah. I understand it. But when it comes across like in a film, I don't really know if it works. To some it does, some it doesn't. So it's a very interesting film. I know it's been reviewed to death pretty much for the last 9 years, and people kind of weighed the different examinations of like why it is good or why it is horrible. So for me, I gave it like a 6 out of 10, a very generous 6 out of 10. I would say. So that would be I don't even know how many movies. I think these are 8 movies in total that I have in my ranking. So I guess
that'd be number 5.
Number 5? Okay.
I think I only have. How many do I have? 4, I think. I think I only have 4. I have the original 2, Returns, and Man of Steel, I think. I think that's all I have. So
okay, cool. Yeah. So then followed with that is the theatrical cut of Superman 2. So this is the cut that I grew up with. I didn't watch the Richard Donner cut until this January. So this was the one I grew up with. And I grew up with Christopher Reeve Superman like before I even saw Superman Returns. So he was my first Superman, as he was for most of us. And so for me, I really enjoyed the first 2 movies for sure. I didn't see 3 and 4 actually until I was in my teenage years as well. So it was really just 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 I saw. 4 I didn't see until I was like 14. And then of course I saw Superman Returns. That was my first movie in theaters. Superman movie in theaters. And so with the theatrical cut, I really am fond of it. I do like it a lot. Again, I after seeing the Richard Donner cut now, as Joseph was saying, there's a lot of things that just don't make sense in this cut that they did better in the Donner cut. And so that's why it's gone down in my ranking, and I put the Donner cut above it.
So that's the cut I watched, right? Is that the Lester cut?
Yeah, this is the cut that's like pretty much everywhere. Yeah. And so the Donner cut, for here, I didn't know all the scenes that they went back and reshot, like Lois jumping into Niagara Falls, which is hilarious, but way too like out of character, as you said. It's just not her, right?
Yeah,
So I don't think that there's this is the best version of it. I mean, if you were to watch Superman 2, I'd go with the Donner cut. Again, there are some things that I liked in this that were not in the Donner cut. I can't remember which they were, but there were a couple scenes here and there that I'm like, oh, okay, that wasn't in the Donner cut in the end, but I did like them because again, I grew up with this version, so there are some things that I've always just been fond of. So yeah, that's what I would say about the theatrical cut.
Yeah.
Followed up with the Donner cut. So yes, I've seen it twice now. I watched in January, then I was watching it with my parents last weekend because they've also not seen it.
Oh, so they're like right by each other in your ranking then. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, right beside.
They're like right by each other in your ranking then. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I because I feel like it's like the story is pretty much identical. It's just the way it's told and the different scenes and sequences that they include in it. So
Yeah.
I feel like pretty much they should kind of be side by side for myself. And so yeah, the scenes that they did add, as Joseph said, the spoiler alert for the reveal of Lois finding out about Clark and Superman, that is so much better in this. That I was like, wow. I've actually seen like snapshots of that scene on YouTube, but I've never clicked on it because I wanted to experience it like in the film properly. So when I watched it, I was like, wow, okay, this is great. And the way she says gotcha, as you said, it's like it's so well done. I really enjoyed it. So my parents got a kick out of that moment too. They loved it. So yeah, the changes that well, I guess I should say Donner's original vision for this film was the way it should have been. I wish that this is what was theatrically released in the end, because it's an overall better film. It is shorter by about I think 10 minutes or so. So that is an interesting again difference too between the theatrical cut and overall. I think it's just a more fleshed out film. There's a lot more heart to it than the theatrical cut. But as Joseph was also mentioned about that line to General Zod, that's not in this cut. So that is like again, this very subtle, small things that's like, oh, I like that in the theatrical, or it's not in the Donner cut, or vice versa. So it is interesting. It's definitely worth a watch, though. I recommend it.
Yeah.
So that's that I guess puts it at number 3. The number 2 is Superman Returns. That DVD is upstairs, but
okay. So
Superman Returns.
So Raza, you're a Superman Returns fan as well. Okay.
I am, yeah, because again, that was my first Superman movie in theaters. To me, when I watched it,
that's cool.
I felt like I was seeing. I mean, I was literally seeing Superman on the big screen for my first time. So that was a surreal moment. I really did enjoy how it was a continuation of what they were doing with Superman 1 and 2. I loved that idea. I thought it was great and that it was well-deserved because, I mean, to me, I was literally 5 when I saw it, so I don't think I understood the concept of reboots and everything, but I did understand how it was a continuation just with a new actor. And so I liked it. I also don't know if it's controversial to say or not, but I liked Kevin Spacey's performance as Lex in that movie too. I thought he did a really great job portraying Gene Hackman's version. And I thought,
absolutely.
Like when I think of Lex Luthor, like it's both of them in film, like they're just right up there, and they did a really great job, I thought. So
very menacing, very menacing.
Yeah, totally.
Sometimes even insidious, maybe. He's
Yeah. And as for Clark and Lois's relationship, and that's not a high point for me. That is where a low point, in my opinion. Of course, we find out that Lois is married already. She has a kid. I do like.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I do like.
That hurt, man. I was like, man. James Marsden.
What's the actor who plays Cyclops again?
James Marsden.
James Marsden.
James Marsden. Yeah. I like him.
Coming back,
I think
man.
He's good. Yeah,
he's coming back.
I enjoy him in it. He's a tough, caring father and everything, and it's a good role. And then everything else. I mean, the cinematography in that, I thought that was really well done. The way the flying scenes in it, the whole destruction of when the island is being formed, that is exciting. I think every time I watch it, it's such a thrilling moment for me, at least, where like the cracks start happening in the ocean, and then Metropolis is like breaking, and the ground is shaking, and it's an earthquake happening. That is exciting. And Superman has to fly so fast to stop the fire from like kind of going all over the city. Then he catches the
Yeah.
big globe from the Daily Planet. That's exciting.
Oh, yep.
And
Yeah.
and
The
then
plane
I would
scene
say
as well. The plane scene as well.
the plane. Oh, how can I forget that? That's a highlight. That's a
Yeah,
huge
the plane-
highlight. That
yeah,
is
yeah.
the moment that he returns. Again, I
When
would
he
have to
like
say that's
when
the
Lex
best.
stabs him, dude, I'm like, oh
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
stabs him with the kryptonite, I'm like,
That's
oh,
brutal. It's
man.
brutal. And so I would say
It's
plane
brutal,
scene.
man. Yeah.
The plane scene is still my number one Superman saving like scene ever. And I'm curious if James Gunn is going to top that. I hope he does, because to me, like that is like the most dangerous thing that they've ever shown on film for Superman. Like a plane falling from super super high up with a full set of passengers and Lois on board. It's like he's got to catch it, and he catches in the baseball stadium. I mean, that's an amazing moment for sure.
Do you
So-
like
yeah,
how
yeah,
he?
yeah. I
Do you
forgot
like
about- I
how
forgot
he
about that
took
scene.
Christopher Reeve's
Yeah.
line and made it his own?
Yes, I definitely
That
did.
was awesome.
I definitely did.
I
Right?
love that so much.
It's like flying is still the safest way to travel, and it's like it's a great line.
Oh
And-
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was also going to say that. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Rosa. Oh, I was going to say too. I
And
do
then,
think, and
let's-
I wanted to kind of avoid it for controversy because
Right.
just different things. But Kevin Spacey is a great Lex
Yeah.
Luthor, and I
Yeah,
love his portrayal of him.
yeah,
Looking back on it, that's really the only good thing I can say about him right
Yeah.
now. I mean, he's not. It's not superhero related,
Yeah,
but I do
yeah.
like him in Baby Driver too. If either of you guys
yeah.
have seen
He was
Baby
good in
Driver,
that. Yeah,
awesome movie.
yeah.
Those are really
I
my
still need
only
to watch
two.
Baby Driver. I still need to watch it.
Okay. Yeah,
It is very good.
It's
Watch
entertaining,
It,
yeah.
I still need to.
But
yeah.
yeah, those are really the only two good
Gotcha,
things I can
gotcha.
say about Kevin Spacey in 2025.
of course. Yeah, no. I mean, like it's interesting. Like
I
you know, we didn't know
actually-
all that
so-
stuff about him now,
or-
like then, and so you just look
Yeah.
at the performance. You look at the performance, and that's how you
Right.
judge. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah. I started watching Baby Driver a while back, and I never
Okay.
finished it. I'm going to eventually because
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to. But the opening intro where
Yeah.
he's walking with his headphones and that song's playing, one of the greatest intros to a movie ever made, dude.
Totally.
It
I
is
love the use
so
of
good and-
song. I love
Yeah.
the use of song and like how because I mean it
absolutely.
encapsulates
Yeah,
who
yeah.
Baby is. And
Yeah.
like I know there are different
Definitely.
times like John
Yeah, it does,
Bernthal like
yeah.
takes off his earbuds and like it's like you're actually listening to
Yeah.
earbuds yourself. It's like the effect
Yeah.
of like losing that music. It's like
It's cool. It's cool.
just the utilization of music in the movie. I feel like is what made it what it was. And
Yeah.
I do need
Speaking
to go
of,
back and watch it because I've
Edgar
not
Wright.
seen it. What is it?
Well, I was to say you finished what you were going to say
Oh,
first. You finished.
yeah, like Baby Driver is amazing. It's I've not seen it since high school because I think that's like when it came out was like 2017 or
okay,
2018.
okay.
So I've not
Yeah,
seen it in a
something-
hot
something
minute,
like
but
that, yeah.
I do need to watch it again because it is a phenomenal.
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, I haven't seen
speaking
it
of
since,
Edgar Wright.
Yeah, I think since the year it came out as well, I haven't seen it, so I should rewatch it as well. But yeah, no, yeah, back to Superman Returns. Like, again, that saving scene is a highlight. The whole formation of the island is pretty interesting to see because it's something that was kind of like it's not teased in the original Superman, but it's implied like when Lex wants to create that what is it the nukes I guess bombing California, or is it the earthquake?
Superman Returns.
Yeah.
In the original Superman?
In the original
it was
Superman.
like rockets, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
rockets.
missiles is what it was.
Missiles. Yeah. So when he was like trying
Okay.
to get like a new like California formed, I kind of found it interesting that we kind of finally got to see at least like some kind of formation of like his island that he wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty like obviously like who's gonna live there? You know, it's like real estate.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like it's a little again. That's a bit too comic booky, but the way it's filmed is interesting. And then of course the brutal stabbing of with the kryptonite. That's intense too. I think it's the most intense Superman moment we've seen on film.
Right.
And because we all know what kryptonite is. I mean, it's all like that is Superman's poison, right? So it's like once he gets hit with that,
Exactly.
you're like, how is he gonna get out of this? So that's interesting.
I do have a kryptonite rock in my room.
Oh, really?
Do you
Yeah,
actually?
so here I'll
We
grab
gotta
it really
see it,
quick.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say we got to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, I'll say we
on
gotta
my
see it.
Superman shelf. I have like different shelves in my room
yeah, me
dedicated to like
too.
different
Yeah,
characters. And so back in April, I went to for Superman Day. I went to Metropolis, Illinois, to
Right.
the Superman Museum, and they had these in the
Okay.
gift shop. It is glow in the dark paint,
That's cool.
and
It's
so
go-
yeah,
it
I
is?
saw that, and it was like one of those impulse buys by the register.
Yeah.
I looked at my mom and I was like, I gotta have
cool.
that, don't I?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
it was only like
awesome.
it was only like $5, but I was like, it's kryptonite. I mean, it's
Yeah.
obviously gonna kill Superman, but it's essential
You
to
have
like
to get it. You know what I mean?
yes. I
That's
I
awesome.
splurged
Yeah,
in
you
that
have
gift
to,
shop,
man.
y'all. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no,
As you should. As you should.
speaking of Superman, if either of you guys are ever around Metropolis, Illinois, check out the Super Museum.
Yeah.
My
So
profile
that's a
picture on
place in
Instagram.
Illinois. I didn't know that.
Yes,
I didn't know that. Metropolis.
it is
That's
the
cool. That's cool.
it is
I have to
the
check that
only
out.
town in the United States with the name Metropolis. So of course they went all out with the Superman
Right.
Oh,
decorations.
interesting.
They have a
Okay.
Superman statue there, which if you follow me on Instagram, well, for those
That's
of you
cool.
out there that are watching that don't follow me
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Instagram, but I know both of you guys do. My profile picture on there is me in front of the Superman statue, and yeah,
That's
I went there
cool.
on Superman Day.
Oh yeah,
My mom and
your
I.
profile pic, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Is that that's your profile pic?
yeah, on Instagram, yeah. So yeah, it's
You're cutting out?
no,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
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 So yeah, that was a super fun activity that I'd been planning to do for this year because I had the day off from work,
It's cutting out
and
again.
I
There we
was
go.
so
all the way-
happy when you were telling me about that. I was excited for you, you know?
Yes,
Like, I was
it
like,
was-
that's so cool.
I will say it is like from where I live, it was very daunting to get there because it's 400
Okay.
miles away.
Oh,
It was
okay.
400 miles away.
Yeah.
I was able to get there and back in one day, and it was actually
wow.
difficult. It was. I thought it was going to be difficult because there was an incident. I probably shouldn't speak of the incident because it's still like open at the moment.
Okay.
But there was an incident with my car.
Yeah.
Those of you that are like out there that are watching me like
Oh,
Brutal,
no.
I think I've told Brutal about it. But there was an incident at a truck stop that I won't get into, but that kind of delayed the trip. But
Right.
Yeah.
other than that,
Gotcha.
getting there was and just experiencing all that scene because they have like over 70,000 items of like
Wow.
Superman merchandise, and it is so
Wow.
so cool.
Dang.
And so yeah, it was worth the drive 400 miles out, 400 miles back, just to see all that on
Yeah,
Superman
yeah.
Day. And I was
That
like,
sounds like it. I mean, that's definitely a place every fan needs
That's
to visit.
awesome, man.
yeah. So exhausting trip.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
where I'm located at, but very much well worth it.
Awesome. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I love the pictures. I mean,
Yeah.
I was so
That's
blown
cool,
away
man.
by how much they actually had. That's
Yes,
great.
it's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to see all that, and they have it. The way they have it sorted is like by era too. So like you have the
Oh.
like the 30s and 40s serials at first, like all the memorabilia from that.
Oh,
And then
that's
you get
cool.
like
That's cool.
into the Reeve films and
Yeah.
Smallville and like the Dean Cain,
That's
Terry
right.
Hatcher Superman and like Clark and Lois era. It is so cool. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I follow the page
cool.
on like Facebook and Instagram and all that.
Yeah.
They have like the lady that runs it is like always posting updates of like the merchandise she's getting, and she's getting a bunch of merchandise for the new movie too. So I'm very
Awesome.
very excited. It's a very
Yeah.
very exciting place to go to.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely on my bucket list. I mean, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And was it named
That's cool, man.
Metropolis? Like, was it
That's cool.
originally like a town name, and then the
Yes.
comics took inspiration? Okay.
Yeah, so it was founded as Metropolis like back in the 1800s.
Okay.
But,
Okay. Cool.
So and
Okay.
yeah, I
Oh,
guess
wow.
no other, like I said, no other town has that name.
Right.
So they just went with it. I think like in the 80s or 90s, like after Superman was starting to get more popular media,
Yeah.
they were like, we're gonna
Capitalize
make some
on
money
it.
off of our name.
Yeah.
Yeah, capitalize ourselves with
Yeah.
this.
That's cool. That's
And
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
just super cool.
It's smart.
place.
It's very smart. You make your town a tourist destination. Like, we actually have something like that in
Absolutely.
Alberta, my province. We have a little small. I've not been there, but it's a small town called Vulcan. So
Oh,
for
really?
Star Trek, right?
That's
Like, it's
cool.
like,
That's cool.
whoa, planet Vulcan. So we actually have like an Enterprise statue. I gotta go visit it. And
Yeah.
it's like an Enterprise statue,
Yeah.
and it's pretty cool. Yeah,
That is awesome.
yeah,
Yeah. That's cool.
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so cool.
That's
So yeah,
awesome.
back to the
Trying to think what I
ranking,
have,
like yeah. So I think I spoke enough about Superman Returns, and again, like, that was big for me. Like, I got the action figures, I got the books, I got the costumes. that was like, I got pictures, like it was huge. So I was really a big fan of it at the time. Christopher Reeve was still my number one, even at that age. Like even at that age, I still knew like Reeve can't be top for me. So then followed up with that is, of course, Superman the movie. Yes, Superman the movie, the original. I've not seen any other version of it. I've been very excited to. Unfortunately, for the Canadian releases, they don't include the digital copies anymore. So I can't access the iTunes. There's no digital code. It sucks.
Interesting.
I totally would have benefited from that to watch the extended cut. So I'll have to find it. I think I've seen a version of it on YouTube, like clips of it that make up the entire movie. So I might do that, or I just probably will get it on iTunes or something like that. But yeah, so I've seen this plenty of times. This is the one I've rewatched the most. I just actually came across a home video of me watching it with my friend at like 6 years old, which was really nice to see. So I was watching it with my friend in my living room, which is cool. And so yeah, I don't know. I think I was around the same age as maybe Spider-Man 2 when I watched this for the first time. So like about 4 or 5, and it left such a big impression on me. I mean, to me, this was Superman. Yeah. The whole origin story, the way he, presents himself is like so. It's from the comics.
Charisma and everything.
The charisma, right? I mean, Reeve was it. You couldn't top it. And as Joseph said too, this was like at the time the height of what comic book movies were. And it's so much so
and that interview scene is great too. I love that interview scene.
And I mean, how can we skip over that? John Williams' score, right? His iconic score, which is now still being used in James Gunn's Superman, kind of, right? The melody is there.
Yes.
It's so iconic and synonymous with the character that they had to continue it. And it's so powerful. I mean, you can't help but think of like just flying when you hear it, It makes you want to soar.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so it's so electrifying. Again, the titles, too, was very unique. It was this came out the year after Star Wars. So the way that they still did something unique with space and the titles like flying into the screen and at you was super cool and creative. I love it. And that whoosh sound. If you hear this in Dolby Atmos, I highly recommend it. It's like, whoa. It's a great mix that they did. Yes. So I was really happy with that. The presentation on this disc too is really great. I was really happy. And I mean, Gene Hackman's Lex in this. He is such a fun character to watch. He's so fun. The way he's
so fun.
Just touch my car. It's so great. I mean, it's hilarious.
Yeah, not in it much. Like, I don't. Or you go first, Joseph. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, you said the Miss That's my car.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed. James Gunn confirmed that Nicholas Hoult is not going to do that.
Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's not going to do it.
It would be too on the nose and too old school, I guess.
But I will say, the clip that came out the other day of, like, I know we've not really seen any from the new Miss Tessmacher, but the clip that came out the other day with Superman throwing the desk, you hear, I'm guessing, would have to be Sarah Sampaio or Peo, however you pronounce her last name. The lady that plays Miss Tessmacher, you hear her squeal a little whenever he like picks up the desk, and the way like I picked up on that, I was like, that sounds like Miss Tessmacher. Like, I think like that's another character that I feel confident that James Gunn got down perfect.
Definitely.
Like it's I'm so excited to see it.
Me too.
I feel like she's just gonna be filming the whole time though, like during the movie.
It's
like even though almost all the footage we've seen, she's like filming and like taking selfies and I'm just like interesting.
Probably like doing some Luthor Corp like press.
Right. That's probably
be
what
my
they'll
guess
do.
for it at least.
Exactly. Just like taking snapshots, all that.
And then Otis is a funny character too. I mean, he's like the Three Stooges, like super comedic, like over the top comedic. That's the kind of role he has. It's kind of entertaining. I mean, when it's just focusing on him, it does kind of become a bit too comedic for my taste. But it's kind of, it makes up the way that trio works. Lex, Tessmacher, and then Otis. And the way that they scheme on that highway, that's an interesting scene, I think. And then, of course, the relationship between Clark and Pa Kent and Ma Kent, that's really well done, I think. Every time you see that scene of Pa Kent just about to die, it's like it gets me every time. You know, I just think his performance, that actor's performance, is really well done.
Yeah.
And
That's,
that's also
Oh, absolutely.
that town or the farm, the Kent farm, is actually like about 45 minutes to 50 minutes away from me. So that's where they filmed it.
That
So
is cool.
I
That
gotta
is
go
super
there. I
cool.
gotta go
Oh,
there. I've
that's
never
cool.
been.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's a pretty,
That's
again,
cool.
special in that sense. And again, the way that they did Metropolis, a lot of it, I mean, it's New York. You can clearly tell it's New York. You got the Twin Towers, you got the Statue of Liberty there. So that is a little odd that they didn't kind of try to omit those iconic buildings, but
Right.
but it's still a great feeling. I mean, that, of course, the first sequence of him spinning through the doors and flying up to save Lois and with the helicopter, that's thrilling. Again,
Yes.
John Williams' music
Oh,
comes
yeah.
in at the right
Oh,
time.
are you talking about where he goes through the, the spinny door thing and
Yeah.
he runs out and then goes?
And then
I
flies
love
up.
that shot so much.
Yeah, right?
I love it, dude.
Yes.
And Lois
It's,
saying,
and again, going back, the interview scene is great too, dude.
that's
It's
a great
so,
scene,
he's
of course.
like,
Yeah, the interview scene,
like
yeah.
that.
And Lois saying,
I love
"You've
it.
got me. Who's got you?"
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
great
yeah.
time
And
right
the
there, right?
interview scene, dude, just the
Yeah.
charisma radiates, dude.
Oh,
And like, also,
totally.
he's just sitting there and he's like,
He's like,
I
yeah,
forgot what he says, but he's like a pickup line or something. He's like with his hand like this, and he's just like that, dude. I'm like, oh, he's so good, man. He's so good.
yeah.
He's so
I think
good. Like,
it's
great,
the
man.
joking about the X-ray in the underwear or something like that. Like, I think that's something he picks up. Or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
his
yeah,
weight or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. All of that dialogue is so good, and you know, it's exposition,
good.
but put in the
So
right
good.
way. You know, like
Right.
doing an interview
Oh,
style
absolutely,
is
absolutely.
so good to handle exposition, like, because that way you're seeing the two characters finding out rather than just kind of delivering it to the audience. So
Right.
I think think that scene's
That's
really
true.
well
Yeah.
written. And then overall, again,
Yeah.
like, for those of you that don't know, Kevin Feige actually like puts this movie on for a lot of people, especially in the early days of Marvel Studios. He puts this movie on as like a reference for what their quality movie should be like.
Oh, I
He
didn't
would
know
do
that.
that.
I
He
didn't
would
know
say,
that.
As he should.
as he should, right? He would be like, watch
Huh.
Superman the movie.
Oh.
And that is the type of movies that we need to be making. So that is an interesting testament to this film. And overall, I'm pretty sure it's
I didn't know Kevin Feige did that. That's cool.
Yeah. He's talked very fondly about it. He was also pretty close with Richard Donner too, I think. He's spoken about him many times. So this was a tremendous film. Still, in my mind, and I think most of ours, the best Superman film that they've ever put to screen. So I look forward to seeing if James Gunn can top it, or at least come right up to it, because that's the goal, I think. So I think, again, it's very special. And that, I think, concludes my ranking of the Superman films. Yeah.
Very well done. We
Awesome,
have
man.
the
That was a good
same
ranking.
exact
That was a good ranking.
ranking, I think.
Yeah.
So like 4-3, Man of Steel.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think y'all,
Lester cut, Donner cut, Superman Returns on the Superman the movie.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike, right? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Mine is about to be interesting. And I'm excited to see what everybody here and you two have to say about my ranking. I'm interested
Are there hot takes?
See what y'all think. In a way, sort of, maybe. In a way. Before we get to that, though, the Truth 31, and I want to talk about this after the ranking. But he said, can we get your predictions for what the post-credit scene will be for Superman? So, again, I want to talk about that after I do my ranking. But I do want to talk about that because I want to see what y'all think as well. Because the one I have, there's one I want to talk about that I've heard of, that I think y'all probably heard of. I think y'all know what I'm probably talking about. But then there's also one that I'm kind of just throwing out from left field. I don't think it's going to happen at all. But it has to do with something that someone said about Superman, the movie.
Okay.
And I think y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But for my ranking, again, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be kind of maybe a little bit controversial, maybe a little bit divisive. Okay, so again, I have not seen Quest for Peace, and I have not seen Superman 3. And I didn't add like the Snyder Cut or Batman v Superman. So I've only added the original Superman and then Superman 2, and then I added Man of Steel and Superman Returns. So number 4, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. Number 4, Superman Returns, man. Superman Returns.
Okay.
I would say I know y'all, again, are big Superman Returns fans. I watched it for the first time, and again, I didn't hate this film. I don't hate it, but I watched it for the first time a couple months ago, and my issue with it, again, I think Brandon Routh is a great Superman. I think he's a really good Superman. I think that the John Williams score is great in it.
Yeah.
Like usual, I think it's great. And I think, again, Kevin Spacey is a great Lex Luthor. I think he's great. I really, at times, see, I don't know. It's just, okay, I'm going to talk about my negatives. I think that, again, I don't hate this film. I think it's just okay. Okay, golly, man. I think that
interestingly, that aside from Hans Zimmer for composing Superman, all 3 composers for the films have all been named John. You got John Williams, John Ottman for Superman Returns, and now for James Gunn's Superman, his name's John Murphy. How interesting is that?
I never picked up on that before.
Yeah,
that is interesting.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah. But go ahead. Yeah.
I think that, okay, because Brandon Routh's Superman is basically the same Superman as Christopher Reeve, right? And that universe that we see in Superman Returns is the same universe as the Christopher Reeve films, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be a legacy sequel. Personally, in my opinion, I don't think that it's a quote-unquote good legacy sequel in a way, you know what I mean? Because Christopher Reeve's Superman film is a very lighthearted, very whimsical, comic booky, sometimes edgy Superman from the comics, like ripped straight out of the comic books, right?
Right.
And the thing with Superman Returns is, again, that's the same Superman as Christopher Reeves. That's the same universe as the Reevesverse, right? I personally think that it just, again, with how comic booky Christopher Reeve's Superman film is and feels and looks, the thing with Superman Returns is that it's too dark. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's too dark.
Yeah.
It feels like Man of Steel, and it doesn't. Man, I worded it a while back, and I was talking about it a while back, but it just doesn't follow. That's what I said. That's what I was saying. It doesn't follow in the footsteps of Christopher Reeve's Superman. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And therefore, I didn't feel like.
Yeah.
I didn't care about anything that was going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't care about James Marsden's character. I didn't care about this semi relationship with Lois and Clark in this film. I didn't feel anything. You know what I mean? Just at times it felt kind of dull, and it kind of felt bland, and it just was dark, and I was just like the color grading and how it was shot, and I'm just like, it's not working for me. It's not working for me. So that's number.
It also
number 4
came out at a very interesting time in the DC period. Like we just had Batman Begins released in 2005.
Exactly.
And
we did.
Of course, just kicked off a whole new thing with how comic book movies could be, especially for DC characters.
Exactly.
And then the following year, Superman Returns, which kind of, as you were saying, kind of was a little bit to a lot of people did come across a little dull, a little bland, and not kind of worthy for the continuation. So it was a very interesting time that released. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I would say so. That was number 4. That was Superman Returns. So I would say number 3 is, let's see, a little bit better than Superman Returns, but again, I'm still kind of mad on this film. Superman 2. I watched it for I watched it for the first time a couple months ago, and again, I think it's a little bit better than Superman Returns because I just watched Superman Returns for the first time a couple months ago as well.
Right.
And Superman 2. The thing is, it's very, again, comic booky. It has the flavor and the look and feel and vibe of the original Superman. It does. But it has the DNA of that as well, which when it goes to that, I think it works. But again, with Superman Returns, I just didn't care about what was going on. You know what I mean? And it's very, very slow. That might just be me. I think that might just be me, but it just felt very, very slow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I just didn't really care about. I didn't feel like General Zod was a very menacing villain in this film. The actor who played General Zod is really good. He's a good General Zod. He is, but I just didn't feel like he was menacing, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, and the thing
Yeah,
is too, like, Superman 2 came out in like the early 80s, I think. The original
Yeah.
Superman was like 78, I think.
78,
And
yeah.
I love 1978 Superman. I love that film. It's great. And I think, the visual effects for the time were good. Some of it looks dated,
Yeah.
But I think that because Superman 2 obviously came out after that in the 80s, you would think the visual effects would look better.
Right.
Somehow, in my opinion, dude, they just looked worse. They just
Wait
looked
till
worse.
you
I was
watch
watching
Superman
I was just
4.
like,
Wait till
okay,
you
I
watch
was just saying,
Superman
is it
4
bad?
and see how much the
Oh,
effects look dated then.
Oh gosh.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
It's just, I
you
don't
can
know.
visually see the budget go down with your eyes. It's like, oh, okay, it's going down
Yeah,
by
I
each
know. And
installment.
I was like, really? Like,
Yeah.
why? Why did that happen? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's Superman 2 for me. Number 2, I believe. Let's see. Number 2 is Superman. And I was really, really debating between number 1 and 2 because I was going back and forth, and I was like, should I put this one at 1? Should I put this one at 2? I don't know which one I want to put first. I really don't know. And at first I had Superman 1978 at number 1, but I really gave it some thought, and I thought about it, and I sat down and really thought about it, man. And I was like, number 2 is Superman 1978. Again, I watched this for the first time a couple months ago.
Oh,
And
really?
this
Oh,
is,
okay.
dude, it is
Oh,
pure comic book Superman. Again,
yeah.
sometimes very edgy Superman, sometimes very whimsical. Like I love the color grading. Again, I love the interview scene where he's talking to Lois. He's like this, they're just going back and forth, and I love the score. And again, slow at times. It is slow at times. It is, but I just love Christopher Reeve as Superman. You could tell he knew how to play that character. You could tell he knew what that character was about, and he's Superman, dude. And I forgot the actress's name who played Lois, but she's great
Margot
as
Kidder.
well.
Margot Kidder.
And
Yeah.
Margot Kidder, that's right. Okay. And Gene Hackman. And the thing with Gene Hackman as Lex is he's great. He's really great. I don't feel like he's in it much. I don't know if that's just me. That might just be me, but I don't feel like he was in it much. But I love, again, the look of it, the feel of it, the vibe of it, the color grading, the comic booky-esque-ness of it, the score, the interview scene, the scene where the spinny door, whatever you call it, he runs out of that and flies. It's truly great, man. It's truly great. I enjoy that film.
Before you get to your first one, I did want to say, I know I mentioned to you, Hayden, when we first joined the room. I got to go to New York about a month or so ago. I went to the Daily News building where they did the exterior shots for the Daily Planet.
That's so
and
cool.
I recreated the video. I recreated the clip from the movie and did a video for it. Easily one of the coolest things I've ever done. And people on the street were applauding. And it was actually this shirt too. I was thinking it was my other one. Because it was inspired for Christopher Reeve Superman. But people on the street were saying dude, that guy is trying to do Superman, and just random people, which of course was New York, so I didn't know anyone that was there except my mom. But just the amount of people that just love seeing that is just incredible. So I want to try to find a place to put that in there, but I know the revolving door has been mentioned a few times, and I was like, I did that.
So
That's
great,
awesome.
dude. I love
That's
how
so
expands
cool.
and he
Yeah,
I watched it, and I was so happy about it. That was so cool.
Yes. Yeah, for those that are in the room, that's on my Instagram if you want to see it. I just intertwined my own clip with the original movie footage, and it came out amazing. And my mom is one heck of a director. I had her shoot that clip of me 4 times.
That's cool.
One of which I broke the door. So I went in and ran too hard to the door, and part of it it wasn't. I didn't break it. That's why I say in quotes. And in case anyone that works there is watching this, but I didn't break your door. I just ran into it too hard. Yeah, I just ran into it too hard, and it part of it just unhooked from something.
You were excited, man. You were excited. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? You were excited.
And I had to go back and redo it. So the clip that I used, that I ended up using for the video, you can like kind of see me slow down because I was like, let's not break the door again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so yeah,
That's
Daily
awesome,
News
bro.
people in New York, I did not break your door. It's been a month, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you're still fully operational.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I absolutely love doing that. I mean, on my I won't speak too much about it because we're talking about Superman, but on my UK trip
Yeah.
I just did, of course, I did a whole bunch of Harry Potter stuff because that was all there in England and Scotland, and that was so much fun. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
And Mission Impossible. There was some Mission Impossible filming locations I went to in
Yes.
London too, which was so awesome. But
That new Mission Impossible film, dude.
I recreated some
Good.
stuff. I recreated some Fallout scenes, so that was fun.
That's
I
awesome.
want to watch it
Yeah.
again so bad, dude. I have been
Awesome, yeah.
so in the we got Zayden here real quick. What's up, Zayd? Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you joining. That new Mission Impossible, dude. That is the only film this year so far, I think, that I've given a 5 out of 5. Like
Wow.
I gave it a 5 out of 5, dude. I watched it and I was just like, holy crap, this is so good, dude. It's so
Wow.
freaking good. Like
It is.
I love it, dude. I love
It's
it.
number 2 for me this year.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So I just
it's
watched.
number 2, I think. Is it number 2? I think it's number 2 for me as well right now.
Okay.
So what's your
Yeah,
number
so-
1? What's your number 1?
Sinners. I loved
It's so
Sinners.
good, dude.
It was.
Right.
I've seen, well, my TikTok feed is nothing but Sinners lately. I am in the mood to watch that film again so bad. It is so good.
It comes
Ross, have you
out
seen it?
on Blu-ray next week.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
when
let's
it
go,
comes
man.
out in Canada
So, I love
for you,
it.
Raza. I'm not sure.
Same day, yeah.
Same
yeah.
day. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to see it again. It is,
Yeah.
Which I don't know. And like not to get off topic again because I know we're still talking about Superman. But if you get the 4K
Yeah.
Blu-ray of it, if either of you guys, which I know Raza, you had like the
let's
same
see.
4K copies of Superman that I do, but Hayden, if you have 4K Blu-ray
Yeah.
capability as well, they are incling the IMAX shots on the
Yeah.
disc. I am so
Awesome.
excited because like I said
Dude.
earlier with me going next week
It
to see Superman.
expands, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It expands. Love it.
Yes. Because
Yeah.
like I said
Aspect
earlier,
ratio, dude.
yeah, like I said earlier with me going 2 hours to the nearest IMAX theater, I've like not really had IMAX capability where I live, so being
Oh.
able to experience that is very
Yeah.
exciting. And I had that. I think I mentioned it to you, Raza, when I went watched Mission Impossible Fallout for the
Yes.
first time a couple months ago.
Yeah.
The expanded IMAX shots, like
So
during
good.
the helicopter chase and the skydiving. I was like, yeah.
When he's like climbing and he
Unbelievable.
falls, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Unbelievable.
So good, man. So good. I love
Yeah,
it.
I got to rewatch it in London at the BFI IMAX too, and that was
Oh yeah, that's right.
unbelievable.
That's right.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
is
yeah, Tom
awesome.
Cruise coming out and introducing, and then just unbelievable.
And you briefly spoke to him too. That is mind blowing.
I did very
He
quickly.
That's right. Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah, it's
That
on my
is
Instagram
insane.
and on my
Insane,
YouTube.
man.
For anyone who wants to see it, it's on both places. And I was really like, I knew I had to say something because everyone else was saying, "I love you, Tom. I love you." I'm like, okay, I got to tell him something that's really important to me that is different
There
from
we go.
I love him.
I think we're
And I'm
waiting
like,
on
we
Raza.
flew
There
from
we go.
Canada
Internet's kind of
today
spotty, so there we
for
go.
this.
All right.
And he just looked right at me and my dad, because my dad was right beside me, and he just went, "Right on, man. Thank you."
That's
And that
cool.
was
Right. Well, you told
Cool.
McHugh the same thing, that you had flown from Calgary, and he
Yeah.
was like astonished that it was like
Calgary,
dude, thank
yeah.
you. And yeah, that whole
That's cool.
the whole exchange with you and McHugh is awesome. The fact
Thank
that he
you.
spent that much time
Yeah.
talking to you and
I
being
know.
able to like bounce all your thoughts, because I know you said like
Yeah.
you had seen his commentaries, like analyzed his work with Rogue Nation, Fallout, Dead Reckoning.
Raza,
Final
didn't
Yeah.
you say
Like-
something about that, right? Didn't you say something about that in the group chat? You
In-
like talked to Christopher McQuarrie?
Yeah.
Do you have a video? Actually,
yeah,
send me
it's-
that video when you get a chance. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I want
It's
to see that. I
on-
want to see that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's on my Instagram and it's on YouTube for everyone again
Oh, okay.
as well. And yeah, no, thanks so
see
much
it quick.
for all that. I mean, it was pure luck. I mean, I can't say anything more than just the fact that he wanted to speak to me for that long and just kind of go back and forth over what
That's
I was
cool,
talking
dude.
about the audio commentaries and the exclusive that he gave me about the Final Reckonings audio commentaries. That there will be 2, one with Tom, one with editor Eddie Hamilton, and then the assistant director. That was so cool. I mean,
That's
I
awesome.
found
cool,
it
man.
so surreal that I've admired this director for the last better part of like 10, 11 years. Because I
He's
think
great,
the first,
man.
Yeah, I think I watched Jack Reacher first before I went and watched Rogue Nation. And so
Yeah.
just the mission movies that he's done, the writing that he's done on Top Gun Maverick, on I watched Valkyrie as well last year or 2 years ago. That
Okay.
was really good. And so I've just really admired his whole filmography. And the fact that I was speaking with this director one-on-one, and he
cool.
kept moving along. And my mom pointed that out too. That was so good about him. You know, like even though he wanted to keep talking with me, he didn't like skip over people and like because that's sometimes what some people do. Like they don't go and sign for everybody because they get stuck with one person. But he was great. He's a good multitasker. Like he was able to sign. I mean, he's a director, right? He's got to be.
Right.
So he was so good. He was so genuine too. I mean, the way that he came back and reached for a handshake, that was. I mean,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I would never have. That was a wildest dream come true, honestly.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was telling. That's kind of what I was telling Hayden when we first joined the room.
Yeah.
He had asked me about my encounter with Sam Raimi and the fact that I've met him twice.
Yeah.
Gosh,
and he and I were talking about it. Like, I love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man trilogy, and for those of you that follow me out there, yes,
yeah,
I think it's somewhere there. Then I also have Oh, here we go.
I was gonna say mine is up here with the Marvel collection.
Oh yeah, awesome. Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, what does yours say?
He said, "Be responsible." Then Sam Raimi on it. Yeah.
Nice. That is awesome.
Yeah.
He told me
Awesome.
I love it, dude.
I love it. But yeah, I love that trilogy with everything in me. That is the trilogy that made me realize I love superheroes. And when I met him for the first time in 2023,
so good.
So good,
dude. I love it.
Yes. I'm pointing that way, but you're right here. But that's the direction that you're on my phone at. So you're right there. But
I regret not getting that 4K. You know, I got the Blu-ray version.
Dude, it's awesome.
I got the Blu-ray version, and it was like I don't know, $65 or something, or $70. It was quite expensive, and I told my mom like,
oh yeah, I do have the 4K one. Okay, you have the Blu-ray one. Gotcha.
I'll just get it because I wanted to watch the editor's cut, right? The Spider-Man 3 editor's cut, and then Spider-Man 2.1 I'd never seen before. So I told her like I'll buy it and then I'll give it to my little cousin because he doesn't own the movies. And then once I started realizing how good the Blu-ray qualities were from the DVD, I'm like, I'm gonna hang on to it. So
as one would.
Exactly right. I wish I got the 4K though. I should have done that, but this is still so good and the quality's great. And now it's super special, of course, because it's been autographed by Sam. I mean, it can't get any more special than that. But yeah, you meeting him twice, that is so cool.
It was well the first time I met him was in 2023. It was in Kentucky.
Same with me, yeah.
It was at the Lexington Comic-Con in Kentucky, which is one of the best conventions I've ever been to. And that day, that particular day was one of the best convention days I've ever had because I got to meet Sam. And like right above me, you can see my picture with Tom Kenny.
Oh yeah,
SpongeBob.
Cool.
SpongeBob is my favorite cartoon ever.
Me too.
He was there the same day Sam Raimi was. Steve and Joe from Blue's Clues, which was another foundational part of my childhood.
Same here.
The fact that I met all those people on the same day, I was like, what is my life?
Yeah, I know, dude. I know. It's
Comic-Cons are great for that, man. Comic-Cons are great. You got a local Comic-Con near you, you go to it. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, or you finished what you were saying first, Joseph.
What I was gonna say was like Sam's line was busy all day, but then like before the convention closed for the night, they did like all call and like over the speakers, they were like, Sam Raimi is signing 50 more autographs before he leaves, and I've never ran to a line faster. I got my place in line, and I feel like that also helped my interaction with him because it was like near the end of the day and there wasn't too many people left that they were trying to get in. The moment I had with Sam was incredible. And with Sam Raimi, Tom Kenny, and Steve and Joe from Blue's Clues all that day, like I started tearing up with like all four of them.
Dude,
I'm like,
that's
guys
perfectly
are
normal too, man.
That's childhood.
Yeah.
And Sam was like, all of them were nice, but like Sam in particular was just so
It's
like
the excitement, you know what I mean? Like
yes,
it's
and
great, man. It's great.
yes, and like
Totally.
I
Yeah,
wanted to do like
exactly. Yeah.
personalized things for them all too. Like there's at another local Comic Con that is no longer happening this year, sadly. But I had found a couple years ago this lady makes notebooks out of upcycled VHS covers, and I
Oh,
found one of
Oh,
the
okay.
original
Interesting.
Spider-Man that I gave to
Really?
Sam to keep. I gave it to
Oh,
him, and
that's cool.
I was like, I have a little gift for you that you can like use to like take notes on set. It's of your movie, and he was just very touched by it. I wrote a note to him on the inside so you can read it later, and it's basically
oh,
like,
that's so. I wish
Mr.
I did
Raimi,
something
you are
like that.
my
That's so smart.
yes, and
Yeah.
I did all that, and then like for Steve and Joe, I had printed out like a picture of me in a Blue's Clues shirt when I was like 2 or 3, and also
That's
wrote
cool.
notes to them. And then for Tom, Tom Kenny was more rushed. Like it wasn't really rushed, but like it was a quicker process.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I was able to tell him like, Tom, you're the voice of my childhood, and
Yeah.
like I would not be who I am today without my years of watching SpongeBob.
Right.
And
Yeah.
just he thanked me, and I don't know if you can tell, but like in the picture, you can see it on my Instagram because it's like a pinned post. But in my picture, I brought my SpongeBob plushie that I've had since I was 5,
That's cool.
and
That's cool.
he's holding it in the picture.
I love it, man.
And
He's
I
holding
so
it.
absolutely
Oh,
love it.
dude,
I did a
that's
personalized
cool.
thing for all of the people, Sam, Tom, Steve, and Joe,
Yeah.
that I met.
I
And
I totally do the same thing. I have a plushie pretty much exactly like that I've had since I was 5 years old. Yeah.
yeah, and with
Yeah.
I know I mentioned earlier that Superman reunion that I want to go to.
Yeah.
The special thing that I want to do for that, I want to get a picture of Christopher Reeve to have for the picture, because
Oh,
Right.
heck yeah, dude.
none of them would have been
Absolutely.
Superman
Yeah.
if it weren't for like we've been saying all night. That is the
For
blueprint
Christopher
of
Reeve,
how
Totally.
you do superhero movies.
Yeah.
So
That's
if
smart.
when I get that picture, I want to have a picture of
I love it.
Mr. Reeve with me,
I love
and,
it.
and I'm sure they'll appreciate it too, because all of them,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure, with Superman, they've like looked to him at some point. Now, I
Yeah.
also considered like getting George Reeves and Kirk Allen like their pictures
Right.
too, but I'm like, it's not gonna. I don't feel like it's gonna hit as much as
Yeah.
a picture of Christopher
Yeah,
Reeve.
yeah,
Yeah.
So that's
Sure.
what I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with for that. But
absolutely.
yeah, for anyone out there, Comic Cons are a great way to meet
Definitely.
people.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I've met, and like, not to get off the topic of Superman, because I know
No, you're
we've
good.
been
You're good.
going off tangents all night,
You're
but
good.
just, and I was saying to Hayden earlier, like the amount of people that I've met, like looking back at it, is I
It's an
couldn't have
easy way.
imagined that
It's an
in
easy way to meet those people, man.
It's
Absolutely.
unbelievable, you know. It really is.
Yeah.
Like my local Comic Con's about 20 minutes from me for when it happens in April, and
Oh,
then
okay.
we just are
Yeah.
so amazed at how many people we are able to meet like every year. It's like so many people come,
Yeah.
and it's like they're so nice. And you know the best way, the free way to see them is by just going and attending their panels too, because the panels
Right,
are free,
right,
and you just go and listen to them, and
Yeah.
sometimes you can
Yeah.
ask them questions there. It's so cool though to see your childhood icons and people that you've admired for your whole life in
Oh, yeah.
person. It's unlike
Absolutely.
anything else, honestly. And being able to talk to them is a whole
Right.
other thing. Like, yeah, Sam Raimi too. Like for me,
Yeah.
like oh my gosh, yeah, very quickly. It was so special. There was nobody in line. So for him, like
Yeah.
the line was empty. I completely lucked
for
out.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, there was like his line was like done and everything, and like we were just showed up, and he was just sitting there by himself, and my whole family got to talk to him, and I just told him my utmost love for the whole trilogy, especially Spider-Man 2, what that film has meant to me, how it's changed for me, and I've related to it over my
Yeah.
kid, teenage, and now adult years. It's been
Right.
so meaningful for me, and he teared up. He actually teared up.
Oh,
And
man.
on you can see the picture on my Instagram too. On the photo op that we did, he just wrote to Raza, Sam Raimi. But then when he got really emotional about that, he took the picture back, because I told him like, you're inspiring me for filmmaking and everything too. I'm an aspiring filmmaker, and he
That's
took
cool.
the picture back and wrote, to my brother in film. And that was like, wow. I mean,
What?
my brother.
Oh, that's
in film?
cool.
I mean, come
That is
on.
awesome.
That's crazy.
You're about to make me start crying. That is an awesome
I know,
story.
man.
It
Dang,
was
that's
something,
awesome,
man.
man.
It was very
Wow.
emotional, very, very emotional. I
Dang,
love talking to him.
Dang.
Yeah, he gave us like a whole 5-6 minutes. It was so because there was nobody,
That is
like,
insane.
nobody at all. I was like, this is rare, and so
Right.
it was so nice. And then when I went into for the photo, he looked at me in the Raimi suit and he said, "Hey, you're Toby." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you
Cool.
just said I'm
Yes.
Toby."
There was the day
cool.
in Lexington when I met him the first time. There was a human spider cosplay.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I
That's
loved
cool.
that so much.
That's
I looked at him.
awesome.
I looked at the guy, and I was like, "Please tell me you got a picture with him." And he's like,
Right.
I did." And I was like,
Yeah, that's great. Hayden,
Yeah.
do you have any local Comic Cons near you and where you are?
So we have something. So San Antonio, Texas is about an hour away from me, and I've
Okay.
never been to it. But there's a thing that I've kind of just learned about. It's
Yeah.
a thing called SpaceCon, I think.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
SpaceCon? I think it is. I'm
It's a big
pretty
sci-fi
sure.
convention, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's SpaceCon.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's SpaceCon. Yeah. So we have that, and then there's something that I really want to go to as well that I've never been to in Dallas, which is around 3.5, 4 hours away from me. There's a thing called Fan Expo at Dallas, I think, in
Yeah,
Dallas,
yeah.
which I've
Okay,
really
yeah.
wanted to go to. I've never got a chance to go to that yet.
Oh,
But
okay.
SpaceCon I want to go to, Fan Expo I want to go to.
Yeah.
There's not any more that I can think of. I bet there probably is some, but yeah, man. But
That's awesome. Yeah, no,
yeah, I'd
highly
love to go to
recommend
this.
it. Like if you've
I
got
really want to
local
go.
places, it's a great start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I wanted to ask though. So, Joseph, before I get
Yeah.
into my number one, I wanted to ask you. So, or you already said it earlier, but your top two movies right now at 2025. So your favorite Sinners, right?
Yes,
And
number
then-
one is Sinners, and then number two is Final Reckoning. Mission Impossible.
Okay.
Final-
What about you, Raza? What's your top two right now?
My top two. Number two. Gosh, what was number two? Okay, number two is Thunderbolts.
Oh, okay.
Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was
Okay,
my
that's
number
good.
one all the way up until last week. So
Okay.
I really liked it. I was really pleased with it. It's just I saw it twice and it was just such a fun watch. Honestly.
Yeah.
I really was
Yeah.
happy with it. And there was just so much joy in it that I felt, and I really enjoyed it, and the whole chemistry,
Good.
the soundtrack, and all. And then number one
Yeah.
is F1. I really liked F1.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
I've seen it twice so
So
far.
good, dude.
I'm already planning my third screening. Once in
That's
IMAX,
awesome.
once in 4DX.
It's
Highly
great.
recommend both formats.
Yeah.
And
I will say I saw it earlier today. And
Yeah, you did.
My
Yeah,
ratings
yeah.
on my Instagram story.
yeah,
I will say I know absolutely nothing about Formula One racing, but
Me
I
too.
Same
loved
here.
it.
I loved it. I loved it.
The,
I
Yeah.
loved
the
it.
aesthetic, the cinematography, the
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course,
dude.
Hans Zimmer's score. Hans Zimmer
Yeah.
can do no wrong. The maestro
No.
that
Yeah.
he is. And
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
really good. So the top five for me for the year so far are Sinners, Mission Impossible, an indie film called The Last Rodeo that was
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
really
Yeah.
good.
Right.
It was really good. Neil McDonough is an incredible actor in it, and it just captures so good of a family vibe to it.
Yeah.
And like it's very clear like what the mission is in that film. Well, no pun intended talking about Mission Impossible, but being next to Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah, number three is an indie film called The Last Rodeo. It's from an indie label called Angel Studios, which is very good and has had some
Angel
good movies.
Studios. Yep. I know Angel
Yes.
Studios.
So yeah, that was their most recent film. Number four for me is F1, and then number five is How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon was it was very copy and paste from the cartoon, and I recognize that because it is a live action remake, and that is what you're supposed to do. Visually, it was great. I thought Mason Thames was amazing as Hiccup, Nico Parker as Astrid, and then of course Gerard Butler returning as Stoic was incredible. So top five was Sinners, Mission Impossible, Last Rodeo, F1, and How to Train Your Dragon. And the rest of the summer, which not to be getting off topic from Superman, because I know you still have one more ranking, but
no, it's totally fine, bro. It's totally fine. Totally
okay,
fine.
gotcha.
Totally fine.
I'm just getting my phone charger because my phone's about to die.
You're good.
I need to check my
man.
phone. Oh, mine may be about that. I may be able to last a few more minutes, but I'll try and get in as much as I can. But yeah, as far as the summer cinema has gone, because I know that was another topic that we had. I have very much I've had mixed feelings about things, but overall, it's been good. Mission
Yeah.
Impossible. It really started for me when I came back from New York over Memorial Day weekend, because the
Yeah.
day I came back is when I went to go see, or the day after I came back is when I went to go see Mission Impossible, and it was
Gotcha.
great.
Gotcha.
A few days
So
later,
good.
I did
So good.
Karate Kid Legends.
I liked it.
Fine.
I like Karate Kid Legends.
It is
I like
watchable for me. I don't like how they did like the whole boxer subplot. I mean, that was. I mean, like I said, it was a watchable movie, but I was just sitting there. I was like, this isn't really
Yeah.
so much Karate Kid; it's more Karate Man. I was
Yeah,
just like,
exactly. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good movie. It is lower
Yeah,
on
it
my
was good. It
ranking
was
for the
good.
year,
Yeah.
but it was a good movie. Then the
Yeah.
day after that, I saw Bring Her Back, which was very good.
I
The day
thought it
after,
was okay. I thought it was fine.
okay,
I watched it and I was like, they actually gave me, because I went to early screening for it, like 2
yeah.
weeks in advance or something like that.
Oh wow.
I think it was around 2 weeks in advance, but it was early screening. They gave me this, and I didn't know what to expect. Which, Raza, have you seen Bring Her Back yet?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, but Joseph, you said you have seen it, right?
Yes, I have seen it.
So before the movie started, they gave us this, a floss, and
Ooh.
I did not know what to expect. But Roz, I know again you said you haven't seen it. Joseph, you have seen it.
Don't
Is it
worry about
talking
it though,
about-
because it's something probably I won't watch, so it's okay.
Yeah, because you told us the other day you're not really into horror, right?
I'm not. No, it's the one
Okay.
genre.
Gotcha,
It's the one
gotcha.
genre I'm not
Okay.
too keen. I mean, I'll watch certain things. Like I definitely saw Sinners, so that was great.
Yes.
And then I like
I
old school
was
Universal
not
monster horror,
expecting-
but yeah, I'm not huge, so
Gotcha.
don't worry about it. Yeah.
So-
I was not expecting, or what were you gonna say, Joseph? You go first.
So with the floss, does it like have to do with the scene where the kid's got the knife and he's like chewing on it? Is that what it was
I
about?
was like, there is no way. It was rough to watch, man. It
That
was
is
hard
the
to
hardest
watch.
I've ever had to not look at a screen, because I'm not like, cuts are my absolute worst injury. Like, I don't like getting cuts and I don't like seeing people get cut. The fact that the kid
And the
was
scene where
chewing
he's
on a
like biting
knife.
the table too.
No, it was
Ugh,
but that kind of
he was biting the table too, and I'm just like,
no, it was
oh
insane.
gosh. Like,
But
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
was-
believe it.
But I mean, it made for a good
It was
horror
a
movie, and I was
rough
just
movie.
like, this is very
Oh, yeah,
wince-inducing, and
yeah.
it was very good. Now, another
Oh, yeah,
wince-inducing movie was Final Destination, which was also great, and that one was the best in the
That was
franchise for me,
fun.
because I binged.
That was so fun, dude.
Yes.
I loved that. Oh, it's so fun. The
I
scene
binged-
where, wait, have y'all seen the new Final Destination? Y'all seen it, right?
I have, yes.
I haven't, again, because
Okay,
it's
Roger.
not my thing, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Do you mind if I say talk about a certain
No,
part?
not at all. Not at all.
Okay. The scene where she's running and the garbage truck picks her up
Oh,
and the
no.
soccer ball hits her, she falls, and I'm just like, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, oh, what? I was like,
The one?
I was like, this movie's great. I love this
That
movie.
one, that kill was good. Like, the kills.
It was good, dude. It was good, man. I was like,
it was like at a franchise
crazy.
best. Like, I'm not the biggest Final Destination fan,
Yeah.
but I binged all of them before I saw Bloodlines, and Bloodlines is my favorite.
Yeah.
That kill was
okay,
good.
gotcha.
The one that made me kind of cringe in my seat was the MRI machine, and the guy with the nipple piercings
dude,
is getting sucked
that
into it, they're
scene,
getting
man.
ripped off, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. I was like, that's crazy. That is
It's-
insane. Real quick.
Oh.
I just want to. I'm not really going to elaborate on it, but because I know we want to talk about other stuff. My number one was Man of Steel.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's action packed. I think it's action packed.
Okay.
But again, I want to elaborate on it. But my number one was Man of Steel. But real quick, because y'all are saying y'all's top five and all that, I want to talk about my top five real quick, because my number one so far this year, which I'm seeing the new Jurassic World tomorrow night. I'm seeing that. So that'll be my 40th movie of the year, and then Superman will be 41. So I've seen 39 films so far this year.
Wow.
And my top five, my number one, I saw in March at the South by Southwest, the film festival I went to. And it was my favorite film of the festival, and it is still my favorite film of the year. And it does not have a distributor yet, and it's supposed to release this year. And I really really cannot wait for all of y'all, everybody here, to see it. So my number 5, a minute ago, earlier, I had the new Predator film at number 5, Killers of Killers. I don't know if y'all have seen the new Predator film.
I've not
really
yet,
good.
no.
It's really good. It's so good. I had that at number 5, and I had Sinners at 6. But I've been so in the mood to watch Sinners again lately. So I've just moved Sinners back to number 5. So that's number 5 right now. Number 4 is Warfare, the new war film. I don't know if y'all seen Warfare.
I need to see it.
Yeah, I did see Warfare. Yeah, I did.
It's so good, dude.
That was intense.
You haven't seen it yet?
I did.
Y'all both did see it? It's so good,
No,
dude.
I've not seen it yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Joseph
Yeah,
has-
I
You haven't
had
seen
a
it?
friend
Okay,
that
gotcha.
saw it. I had a friend that saw it, and he said it was amazing. So I need to see it.
It's-
I need to watch Civil War too. I'm behind on my
Okay.
Alex
You said you liked
Garland
it? You liked it?
filmography. What? I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. What were you saying?
Oh, I was saying that I still need to watch Civil War as well. So like I'm behind on my Alex Garland filmography. I need to watch Civil War
Dude.
and Warfare. But I know Civil War. I also heard that was good.
They are both so good, man. They are both so good. You have to
need to
watch. Y'all
watch
have to
them.
watch them, dude. They
I
are
know they're on my
they're
list.
so good. Number 3 for me right now is F1, dude.
Oh,
F1 is it's so good, man. I really, really enjoyed it. I love the camera work. I love the cinematography, the score, the sound design, everything about it was amazing. Number 2 is Mission Impossible. Loved it. And number 1, again, saw this at South by Southwest in March. Supposed to release this year. Has no date yet. Has no distributor yet. But it was my favorite film of the festival. And again, seen 39 films, including this one. I've seen 39 films in total this year. Again, tomorrow for Jurassic World, that'll be 40. Superman will be 41. It's The Rivals of Zaya King. It's a new Matthew McConaughey film. Dude, I'm telling you.
Interesting.
I cannot emphasize this enough. When it comes out, whenever it comes out, y'all have to go see this film. Basically, what it is basically Matthew McConaughey is the lead star in it, and it's basically, how do I describe it? It's a very hard. It is, but have you ever seen Peanut Butter Falcon before?
I haven't. No.
No,
With
it's on
Shia LaBeouf?
I have it in here somewhere. I need to watch it. I have so many
It's
on my
great.
list.
It's
that
a great
I own
film.
and I
Yeah.
can't watch.
Have y'all ever seen, and I haven't seen all of it, but from what I've seen, I really enjoyed, and I'm going to finish it. I want to watch it eventually. Have y'all seen Logan Lucky before?
I haven't seen that either.
With
but
Daniel
I know about
Craig
it.
and
Yeah.
Channing Tatum?
With Daniel Craig, yeah.
So
No, that's another one I need to watch.
basically, Rivals of Zaya King is basically Logan Lucky, and again, I haven't seen all of it. I'm going to watch all of it eventually. I want to. But Peanut Butter Falcon is great. It's basically Peanut Butter Falcon and Logan Lucky mixed together. Rivals of Zaya King is basically about family, friendship, loss, love. It's about that. And basically, Matthew McConaughey's character, Zaya King, he is a bee farmer or honey farmer, whatever you want to call it, who lives in the back, like, woods of Oklahoma, right? And his foster daughter comes back into the mix, right? Kurt Russell's in it too. And Tony Revolori, who plays Flash Thompson in the Homecoming trilogy, he's in it.
Yeah.
And basically, a tragedy occurs, right? And it's basically Matthew McConaughey's character is part of this Carney revival band. They play Creedence-like music in Dairy Queen parking lots, and it's so hard to explain. It's a very difficult film to explain, but it's a very heartfelt, emotional film that is arguably in my top 30 films of all time. I think it's I think it's in my top 20 films of all time. Dude, it's that good. I'm telling you, the editing is so unique. It's nuanced. It's unique. It's just the camera works amazing. The editing is like its own entity. It's its own character. Dude, it's amazing. Y'all have to, when it releases, you have to go watch The Rivals of Zaya King. It is. I love it so much, man. I love it.
So
I love
hopefully it
Rivals
gets
of
to
Zaya
release
King,
soon.
man. I hope so, man. I hope so. I really hope so, because
so it'll probably go.
I don't know if y'all follow
like
Cody
film?
Leach. He's another movie reviewer on YouTube. Say what happened? What happened?
Oh, I was gonna say, is it like an indie film? Is what it is, like with
we
it
cut
not
out
having a
again. Let's see.
distributor? Oh, am I cutting out or?
Yeah, it doesn't. He doesn't have a distributor yet. And
Oh.
Cody Leach, who's another big viewer or movie critic. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. I think.
Okay.
So Cody Leach, who is another big movie reviewer, movie critic on YouTube that I watch, right? I've been watching his channel for a while. I actually met him at South by Southwest. He was there,
Oh,
so I
cool.
met him.
Very
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
And Cody Leach was he was live with some TikTokers the other day, and he was saying they were talking about Rivals on Zaya King, and he was saying that he was in LA. Cody was in LA a while back, maybe a few weeks ago or something like that, and he was talking to somebody who was a part of the Rivals on Zaya King film, and he was saying that that person said that still doesn't have a distributor yet, and I'm just like, I really, really want it to be picked up because the film, honestly, I know it's maybe too early to tell, and we have Sinners in the mix as well. You know, if Matthew McConaughey does not win an Oscar for this film, I'm telling you again, Sinners is going to win a lot of awards. It's going to. There's no doubt about that. I'm telling you. Matthew McConaughey better win an Oscar for this film, or this film better win some type of Oscar. I'm telling you, like it is that good. I am not trying to I'm not glazing or like shilling or anything.
Yeah.
This film is arguably one of the greatest films ever made, and it is funny. It is. There is a gore scene. There's a scene that is very gory, but it's one of the funniest scenes in the film, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the film. And the thing is too. Out of all the films that were shown at South by Southwest, out of all the films I saw at South by Southwest, it is the most goriest scene ever out of all the films we saw. But again, out of all the films I saw and everybody else saw, it's one of the funniest scenes in the film, and it's just it's so good, man. That's all I'll say. But it's really really good, man. And
cool. Okay, yeah.
It's so good.
I'll
Again,
definitely-
not chilling, not glazing or anything, but it's so good. So good.
I'll have to keep an eye on it because I know there's another which I think this one that I'm talking about has a distributor, but y'all know who Chris Stuckman is, right? Reviewer?
Yes, of course.
Shelby Oaks.
I think his movie Shelby Oaks is due sometime this year.
I do too.
That's another one that I want to see. What is it?
Is it October? It releases in October, right?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, like maybe. I think is it the same weekend Tron Ares comes out? Maybe, or maybe the week.
Oh, really?
Around that, I think.
Maybe something. So I want to say that Shelby Oaks went to Neon, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, hopefully.
Maybe.
Hopefully that and what'd you say what that one was called? The Rise of Azaya.
The Rivals on Zaya King is so good.
Rivals of Zaya. So good. Yeah, that sounds like it would probably be like an A24 Neon type release. Dude. So hopefully it gets. Now I will say with Neon was I know Raza, you said you saw Life of Chuck. That's Neon, correct?
Yes, I did.
I never saw it.
Yes,
but I heard
that was Neon. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know.
That played at TIFF, right? Didn't that play at TIFF?
It did, yeah. It premiered at TIFF. I didn't see it there. I just saw it now in theaters. But yeah, it was really good. My mom and I really liked it. Yeah.
So that's my one thing that I hope I'm able to see Shelby Oaks because where I live, I'm able to get my theater does A24 movies, so that's how I was able to see Bring Her Back, and we had access to Warfare and Civil War. But with Neon, my theaters are kind of stingy. Like I know I mentioned I wasn't able to see The Life of Chuck yet because none of my local theaters have it. So I hope I'm able to see Shelby Oaks, and that's why indie film, whenever I am able to see it, I am able to appreciate it more. And I know I also mentioned with A24 the Materialist with Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal, and Chris Evans. I still need to see that one.
Me too.
Hope to. Definitely. I'm hoping with it. Sounds like the Rivals of Zaya King will go to A24. I'm hoping it'll go to A24 so that way I can see
dude.
it instead of
get it.
And now, and A24 too, they are a reputable indie label because it's like anytime an A24 movie comes out, like my friends and I, we all look at each other and we're like, that like A24, that's all you have to say.
And the Rivals has been worked on because the director walked out on the stage and Matthew McConaughey walked out on the stage, and Matthew McConaughey walked right by my seat, and I was just multiple times, and I was just like,
Wow.
because he lives in Austin. So
Yeah.
But
Is
and
he-
I live
is
about
he-
an hour, 40 minutes outside of Austin, and he
Wow.
walked right by my seat, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I mean,
Yeah,
he's one of my
'cause he's
favorite
a-
actors. He's
Because
great.
he's a film professor at UT Austin, isn't he?
He is. Yep.
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is. That's right.
He
That's
is.
That's
right.
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
It's so cool, man.
That's
Wow,
awesome.
that's
but-
really neat.
So the director, what he said is that he's Andrew Patterson, I think is his name. He was working on this film for like 6 or 7 years. And I don't know if y'all seen this film. I've never seen it, and I've only just heard of it. He directed The Vast Night. I don't know if y'all have heard of that. The Vast
No,
Night.
I haven't.
No?
No.
I was say I haven't seen it, but I've just now heard about it when I watched the film. I was like, okay, interesting. But I'll tell you this as well. The girl who plays his foster daughter in the film, I forgot the actress's name. This is her first movie, I think. Let me tell you this. For an actress that this is her first role and she's never acted before in her life, she better as well get a supporting actress like an Oscar or something like that. I am telling you, is so good in this film. I again don't know the actress's name. I forgot the character's name. But it's just overall this film, dude. I can't emphasize it enough. Everybody listening as well, everybody in the chat, if y'all hear about Rivals of Zaya King, if y'all see the trailer whenever it releases, please go spend your money, go get an early screening pass or something, and go watch it, because it is one of, if not the greatest films ever made, and it's one of the best films of the year so far, dude. Like
Wow.
it's so
praise.
good, man. It's so good. It's so
Yeah.
good, man. Yeah. Like
That's
Cody
great.
Leach called it incredible too. Like he was like, I don't know, like Cody Leach when he did his Out of the Theater reaction, he was like, I don't know how to explain this film. I don't know how to talk about this film, but it's incredible. It's incredible. And it's, again, last thing I'll say, it's great. It's phenomenal. So
Nice.
That's
yeah,
good.
Awesome.
yeah, man.
I'll quickly say my top 5 very quickly.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so number 5 is Ballerina. I
Okay,
had
I like
Ballerina
Ballerina.
was
Fun.
good.
absolute blast with it. I
A
really
little
enjoyed
over
it.
the top, but it was fun, dude. When they started smacking each other with the plates on their heads, I'm just like,
yeah.
There is no such thing as over the top in the John Wick universe.
oh, I know.
It is all good.
If they
The
win,
it is all
flamethrower
good.
sequence. The
I'm like,
flamethrower
oh my
sequence
God.
Yeah.
alone.
It's
That was
crazy.
insane. I was
the
so
flamethrowers, too,
excited
they're like-
for this film for like the last 2 years, and just knowing like Ana de Armas finally had a lead role in an action
yeah.
film.
Right,
And it was
yes.
John Wick. I was
Yeah.
so excited. So it really didn't disappoint. It was exactly what I wanted. Keanu was great in it as well. Again,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was awesome.
Yeah.
And everyone else in it. And then number 4 was Sinners. So I really enjoyed Sinners. When I first saw it, it was my number 1. It was my number 1
Okay.
in
Oh, wow,
when I
okay.
saw it in April.
Yeah.
And I really liked it thoroughly. Like I'm not a huge horror guy, but I can like enjoy certain horror movies, and this was one that I did enjoy a lot. So I was really happy with it. The music was great. The IMAX cinematography was
Oh,
phenomenal.
absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
performances were all good
Yeah.
throughout. The story was really engaging, and I really loved the
It
whole
was.
aspect of it. So I really enjoyed it. The number 3 is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which was my most anticipated movie of the year, of course, and I was super excited for it. Of course, it went all out and everything for the premiere. But yeah, it did end up number 3 for me. As I liked it, but it was not to the absolute highest quality that I was hoping.
Gotcha.
I did expect a little bit more, not in terms of stunts, but just a bit more in terms of, I guess, certain story elements, certain aspects of the team. The team was my biggest problem, just because I felt like, aside from Luther, Benji, and Haley Atwell's character Grace, they were the only like returning characters, and then Paris and Degas, who were in Dead Reckoning, but they were antagonists in that, or now became part of the team. It just felt like the team was really, really small, and like you didn't have that familiarity with them as compared to in the other films where you had
Right,
Ilsa and
right.
Rebecca Ferguson, and Jeremy Renner, of course, only in 4 and 5.
Yeah.
But I just was missing like that kind of familiarity with the team. So that's kind of just where it gets a little bit knocked down for me. Of course, I loved it. I
Gotcha.
thoroughly loved it. I saw it 4
Oh,
times.
it's great, man.
It
Yeah.
was phenomenal, and it was a very sweet experience as well. Like it was bittersweet, honestly. Just the
Yeah.
final ending, right? Seeing that character Ethan Hunt walk off screen for the last time was
Oh,
very
dude.
emotional.
Yeah,
So
and Luther's voiceover,
Luther's
like
voiceover,
talking about like
it's
how
great.
Yeah.
if you're listening to this, the world is still here.
here,
And then,
that
of
was
course,
powerful.
ending with this message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
there's no better way to go out. And of
There's
course,
no
I
better
told
way.
you guys I was new. Like, I'm new to the franchise because I just watched
Yeah.
all of them. Like, I started in April and finished by
Right.
Final Reckoning. Being relatively new to the franchise, it's like that gets to you because it's like it's just that connection of film. It's like you feel like you've been on this incredible journey with people, and of course, like fans from the beginning. It's this beautiful, almost 30 years journey with these characters.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I do want to go back and rewatch them because I feel like there are things that I need to
They're so
need to pick up on,
rewatchable,
or I
which is
need to
great.
understand
They're so
better.
rewatchable. Yeah.
Aiden, you're a little
This
underdressed,
okay.
bro.
We got another goat in the chat. Sully streams. If y'all have not subscribed to Sully, please go subscribe. Makes good reviews and movie content, all that. Sully, good to see you, my man. Good to see you always. Thanks for joining. I know I'm a little underdressed, man. I did tell the boys though. I did tell them. I was like, I have blue on, so I think I should be fine. But I did try to find my Superman shirt earlier, but then I was like, I couldn't find it. But I think the blue should be fine. But
the blue,
I know I
blue
was
makes up for it. You're good.
Yeah,
I'm
Blue
underdressed,
makes up for it.
But yeah, again, if y'all have not subscribed to Sully, please go subscribe to him. He makes great movie content, movie reviews, and all that. Sully, good to see you, man. Appreciate you joining.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
definitely need to rewatch.
As you were saying, Joseph. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just saying I need to rewatch Mission Impossible. Probably won't rewatch 2 because I know I shared with you, Raza, with you being the Mission Impossible fan that you are.
Yeah.
I just couldn't connect with 2. Like I tried, and I'm just like, and I know I was listening to Sean Chandler's ranking of them. And yes, Mission. Well, I have the box set here. It's behind the Superman poster.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool.
I do have the box set that includes all of them up to Fallout. So I need to get Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning.
Right.
But I do have 1 through Fallout.
Awesome.
I was listening to Sean Chandler's ranking of the franchise, and he did put he did say it in a unique way that I hadn't thought about at the time, because it's like you had shifting directors every movie until Rogue Nation. It's like you have a Brian De Palma thriller, John Woo action, J.J. Abrams action, Brad Bird action, and then you get to the franchise director with the Q. I do need to go back and look at it like that, because I know I was watching the first one, and the first one is good. I liked it, but there were just so many things that I was like, there were some things I was just like, this was not the direction I thought it'd be going. Second one was good. Now the third one, I know I mentioned this to Raza.
I like the third one.
I loved the third one.
3 through the last one are all great in my opinion.
The intensity that number 3 starts off with, especially after coming off of how lukewarm 2 was. The intensity that starts with Ethan and Davian, I think is who was.
Davian, the villain.
Yes, that was just incredible, and it reminded me how much I miss seeing Philip Seymour Hoffman. Because I didn't know he was in there, and then seeing him being able to shine and being that franchise villain. Because Gabriel, and then I forget the guy from Rogue Nation and Fallout, his name.
Oh gosh, what was his name again?
Alec. Is it Alec Baldwin?
No, the villain in Rogue Nation.
Solomon Lane. Solomon Lane.
Solomon Lane.
So Solomon Lane and Gabriel were good movies, but then you have Davian played by someone as excellent as Philip Seymour Hoffman. It's like, and like I said, just that first scene of, he's like, "You don't think I'll kill her? You don't think I'll kill her?" And I'm like, "Whoa, this is good. I'm about to have a good time."
Phenomenal.
So, and then I know I did put Ghost Protocol pretty high up in my ranking. I know it's not the favorite of a lot of people. I've seen a lot of rankings where it's closer to the bottom, but I got to give Brad Bird his props.
Oh,
I mean,
totally.
yeah, he's
the
great,
dude
man.
did incredible.
Totally.
He
Yeah.
made
And-
one of, if not the greatest animated movies and movies ever made, The Incredibles, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like,
So
it's
yeah, I had
top
to give.
30, top 20 film ever made. I love it, dude. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Third one, I need Incredibles 3 now, man. Like after the second one, I'm still hyped, but after the second one, I'm like, I need a win. I need an Incredibles
Right.
win. I need an
Right.
incredible win. That's terrible.
Yeah.
pun.
Yeah.
But I'm
Pun
excited. For
fully
it.
intended. We're good.
Yeah, but Brad Pitt, he's great, man. He's great. But
He
yeah,
is.
the first Mission Impossible, I'm okay with. I'm fine with. Second one, not a big fan of. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this new one, I love all of them, dude. I really now 3, 4, and 5, they can be slow at times. You know what I mean? They can be slow, but I love Fallout, love Dead Reckoning, love Final Reckoning. I even gave Dead Reckoning a 5 out of 5. I think it's Fallout. I even think I gave a 5 out of 5. Like I love all of them, dude.
Yeah, I think Fallout's the only one I gave a 5 out of 5 just because, like I mentioned
Yeah.
earlier, I loved being able to have the IMAX shots at home. And the fact
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
you and Paramount were able to put
Yeah.
that on the
Yeah.
Blu-ray and on the digital
So
even
glad.
was just incredible.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for me, like I grew up watching this franchise. I was 12 when I started.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, sorry, I was 11. I was 11.
Okay.
I was in grade 6, and yeah, my dad put on Mission Impossible 1 for the first time, and I fell in love with it. I've always been a massive spy fan, like of the genre, and
Yeah.
so growing up as a kid, you know, make believe play and everything. My brother and I and my friends, we'd all pretend we were spies and everything. So I never really seen a good spy movie up until Mission Impossible. Like I hadn't seen James Bond or anything till then. And so when I finally saw Mission Impossible, that just lit the fuse in me.
Yeah.
And really
I understood that reference. I got that reference.
Yeah.
I got
It
that.
lit-
I got
It
that.
completely, you know, set my passion on fire for it. And I loved it. I loved the espionage. I loved the whole old school feel it has in it. So after Mission 1 and with MI2, I knew it was a bad movie at that age too. When I was 11 years old, I knew it was bad. But I do appreciate the John Woo action style of it. Hans Zimmer's rock and roll score is fun for what it is.
Yeah.
And then that's about it. Ethan Hunt's hair looks great in it, and the motorbikes chases and everything. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing
Yeah.
too crazy. MI3 and on, as you said, yeah, phenomenal.
They're good. They're good.
J.J. Abrams, the work he did on that, making it a very personal story for Ethan, was super enticing. And then Ghost Protocol with Brad Bird, the way that he went. I was just listening to
When he's climbing that building, dude. Oh,
yeah, if you're a big fan of Mission Impossible, highly recommend listening to the Light the Fuse podcast. They're the official Mission Impossible podcast, and they do a phenomenal job. I've been going through all the recaps of all the films so far, and they have these in-depth interviews with all the filmmakers, all the directors, and it's super very like interesting. Like you learn a lot.
Yeah.
So I was just hearing about how Brad Bird was like filming on the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. Like that was
right.
so scary for him. And he was like, I'm putting my lead actor out in the front, and he was having like nightmares and everything. It was so scary for him, but he knocked it out of the park. Of course, I hope to see that in IMAX 70mm one day, because that would be an absolute delight. And then Rogue Nation, which was my first MI in theaters 10 years ago now, crazy to say, was huge. That was absolutely amazing. I mean, I loved it thoroughly. I thought that was the best one yet, and I didn't think it could be topped. Then 3 years later, they released Fallout. Minds were blown away. My whole family, my brother and I, we were just absolutely jaw dropped at what we were seeing, and we were huge fans of it. #1 action movie of the 2010s for me that I've seen. I just, in terms of story, in terms of character development for Ethan, it's so strong.
Yeah.
They nailed it so well.
Something that someone pointed out that I was like, oh, interesting. So we all know that in Dead Reckoning, Rebecca Ferguson's character was killed.
Yeah.
Someone said that at the end of Final Reckoning, when Ethan, the last shot, when he's walking away, you see a woman walking by him.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, and you see Christopher McQuarrie, I think, walk by.
Yeah, he's there.
McQuarrie's there. But people were like, that could be Rebecca Ferguson. I was like,
yeah.
If that is the case, if that is true, that's cool. I like that. I like that.
Cool.
If that is true,
Yeah.
if that is the case, you know what I mean? But I really do like that. So, but But
Yeah,
yeah, man,
that was interesting that that you could recognize that the back of her hair, and it's like, and the height too. It's like, that kind of does seem like Ilsa. But I mean, what McHugh has said very firmly in interviews that once a character dies in his films, they're dead. They stay dead. So maybe, I don't know. It's just like I don't know, just someone who looked like her. But yeah, then again, Dead Reckoning, I like a lot. Watched it again many times in theaters, but it didn't top Fallout for me. Just in terms of the story, I still think Fallout was the strongest. And then Final Reckoning, again, as I mentioned, very much enjoyed it, but certain elements were a little slightly underwhelming for me. And yeah, my whole ranking is on my letterbox. But yeah, Mission Impossible is my favorite action franchise of all time. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And then number two is Thunderbolts, as I was saying, and then number one is F1. I'm a huge sucker for great adrenaline-fueled sports movies, you know?
And with Joseph Kosinski and Hans Zimmer, Jerry Bruckheimer, and Brad Pitt, that
combination, good, right?
Man.
I actually, until I got into the theater today and like saw his logo as the movie was starting, I did not know Jerry Bruckheimer was on this movie. Like,
right?
It surprised me. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh yeah, you see that
logo,
if
I didn't already know it was gonna be good. I was like, that's when it hit me. I was like, oh. You see the lightning hit that tree and his logo, and it's like you're about to watch a good movie.
You're about to watch it. That's right. That's right.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Did y'all hear the updates on Pirates of the Caribbean?
I did. Yes.
I think I did. Yeah.
The sixth one is happening. It's happening, and there's going to be certain old cast members coming back. We need the return of Jack Sparrow, because here's my thing with Pirates of the Caribbean. Love the first Pirates of the Caribbean. Love the second one. Third one, I have not seen yet. I'm going to watch that eventually. Okay. Fourth one, I like the fourth one. I do. Fifth one, nah. Fifth one was okay. So, again, haven't seen the third one. I'm going to watch that eventually. My favorite is the second one with Davy Jones. Love that. Yeah. So good. So good. So amazing. So, I cannot. They better bring back Jack Sparrow. I bet they will, man. I bet they will. I know him and Disney have their things, and I know at a time he was like, no, Johnny Depp, I'm not going to come back. But I think Disney is trying to get him back, and I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. And if it does, I'm so hyped, dude. So hyped, man. Absolutely. I love Pirates of the Caribbean, man. I do.
Me too. Me too. I've got a really not popular take though. I'm okay if it's ended. I'm okay if it's done with 5 with Dead Men Tell No Tales. I would love to see Jack Sparrow back. Of course, I love the character. I love Johnny in the role. However, his performance in Dead Men Tell No Tales was really not on par as the whole rest of the franchise. And of course, all the behind the scenes stuff played into that as well deeply. But in terms of just the way that it was going, and then also in terms of story, I mean, what more can you do that's different and exciting? I don't know how much more there is. And so I just feel like Pirates was a good, like kind of like Indiana Jones too, you know, it's kind of like that where Indiana Jones, like the trilogy was really solid. And then 4 kind of okay. And then 5, again, kind of okay, depending on who you ask. But I feel like those movies, there's only so much you can do before it gets repetitive or worse than what you've already made.
Yeah.
And so with the original Pirates trilogy, that is one of the best and underrated trilogies, I believe, of all time.
Yeah.
And then On Stranger Tides, I'm a fan of. I like it quite
a
bit.
It's good. I haven't seen it in years, but
yeah, me too. Kind of as a solo Jack Sparrow kind of adventure, I like it. There are elements in Dead Men Tell No Tales that I like quite a bit, of course, but overall, it's not something huge. And I mean, I'll be seated there day one if they make a 6th movie, and especially if they bring back Orlando and Keira Knightley as well. That would be massive.
If they do, I'm going to be there day one, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
massive.
If they bring back, oh no, wait, didn't Captain Barbosa?
Yeah, he died. Yeah,
he died.
They killed him off. Right? Yeah, which sucked. That I love that character so much.
I love that. Like at the end of the second one, where he walks down
the reveal.
Like they're going to get Jack Sparrow, and I'm like, yes. I'm like, let's go, man. I got hyped, man. I was
it's
like,
awesome.
Yes. I loved it, man. I loved
Yeah.
it. But,
It's crazy how good those movies are. You know, you go back and watch them and you're like, we don't get movies like that these days. And that's actually my other point too. My concern is that if they do make a sixth one, or even a reboot for that matter, that it's just not going to even be great in terms of filmmaking quality. Because how much are they actually going to go and spend on real location, on the water? Because you go and look at the making of Dead Men Tell No Tales, there's so much that they did on a soundstage. So much of it where he's in a boat, but there's green screen and blue screen around him. It's like, they didn't do that in the first two trilogy. Like, it was not that much at all. Like, it was so much practically done, and that's what stands out so much in those films on rewatches now. And so I don't know how much of it would still, you know, be on par of that or those original films. So that's kind of my take on it. But again, as for a reboot, again, I'm not keen on it. It won't feel like Pirates of the Caribbean. It'll just feel like another kind of Pirates themed movie. Margot Robbie, if she's the one who's doing that, that'd be cool to see. I like her, but yeah.
Oh,
I mean, honestly,
I did hear about that.
Yeah, but
Margot
honestly,
Robbie,
I think the ship has sailed. It's in my point of view. Yeah,
I got that reference too.
Yeah.
I like that.
What about
but
you,
speaking
Joseph?
of,
What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think, Joseph?
What is it? Oh,
What are your
I
thoughts?
hadn't, I hadn't heard any of that Pirates of the Caribbean news. I will admit, like, I've not seen them in years.
Yeah.
And even when I did watch them, I don't think I've watched them like all the way through. Like, it's been like elementary, middle school since I've seen a lot of them. But whatever Disney wants to do with it, I'll see what they do.
Yeah.
And it'll just be something I have to look out for.
Yeah. Oh, highly recommend rewatching them though. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. If 6-1 happens, I definitely will.
Speaking of,
Oh,
or you go first, Joseph. You go first.
Well, I was just getting ready to say, I definitely don't want to cut this short because I love talking with both of you guys, and I love that this has been a great,
you're good. I was going to say it's getting,
it is almost 11 o'clock.
Anyway,
It is almost 11 o'clock here on the East Coast, and I have work in the morning. So
no, don't worry. I got to get going in about 10 minutes as well. Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to hit on Fantastic Four really quickly, like a quick ranking and thoughts?
Sure.
Yeah. Real quick before we do, I wanted to ask y'all something. Speaking of Pirates of the Caribbean, but also kind of off topic. So y'all know Javier Bardem. He was in F1 as well. You know Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen No Country for Old Men?
Not yet.
I've not seen it.
Need
no.
to.
I need
to.
Real quick, talking about No Country for Old Men. Real quick, I watched it for the first time. I've only seen it fully once. A couple years, about a year ago, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Didn't fully watch it the other night all the way through, but we started watching it again. Y'all have to watch No Country for Old Men. Javier Bardem is so good in that film.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Brolin, Tommy Lee Jones, man. Woody Harrelson.
That's a great cast.
It is, because it's actually kind of cool. So a little town around Austin that I live close to, Dripping Springs, is where Woody Harrelson, I think, is from, actually.
Okay.
And Tommy Lee Jones is actually a San Antonio. I think he lives in San Antonio. I might be wrong about that. But it is. I'm telling you, if you want a film that has some of the best acting ever and some of the best dialogue moments ever, like there's a scene, and this is what I was talking about with my parents. We were all three watching it. And I was telling them, I got up and I was like really talking to them about it. I was like, the thing about movies that I love so much with the acting and how good the dialogue is and all that, it's the simple scenes that are the best scenes. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like there's a scene where Josh Brolin walks into this hotel room, right? Or somewhere. It might be a hotel room, might be somewhere else. But he's walking in and he just throws his keys. You know, like when someone walks into the house, they just like lightly throw them onto you know what I mean? And he does that. And I'm just like, this dude is such a good actor, man. And there's a scene where Tommy Lee Jones plays a sheriff in the film, right? And he has his partner. And they go into this house to try to find out what's going on. And basically, it's a dialogue-driven scene, but they're trying to figure out what's going on, and it is so good, man. It's so good. Like y'all have to watch No Country for Old Men. It is so good.
I should, yeah.
But I have it. I need to watch it, and I will say that I have a bad habit of buying movies and then forgetting to watch them. I know I have it. I need to watch it.
It's worth it, man. It is worth it. I'm telling you. But we can talk about Fantastic Four now if y'all want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll say one of y'all want to go first. Y'all can.
Well, I mean, just starting off, Fantastic Four, right behind Superman. Fantastic Four is my second most anticipated movie of the year. It looks
Okay.
very good. I've been waiting for this since about 2018, 2019, I think is when they announced it at a SDCC. And I know it's gone like through the directorial changes. Like I know John Watts was originally attached to it. And then when they brought in Matt Shackman, that's when I was like, okay, this is the dude. He will make this
WandaVision.
great. Yes, WandaVision. And all the trailers I've been very satisfied with.
Me too.
I was kind of on the fence with Julia Garner as the Silver Surfer. But after seeing her in the official trailer, I guess it's the official trailer that was out in April, and then seeing her in the final trailer, which was out this past week, she looks good. She looks very good as a Silver Surfer. I think she will do great, and I'm excited to see.
Oh, are you talking about the final trailer where she like comes down, her voice is all like dude.
I've actually stayed away from the last trailer. I've stayed away from it because I'm like,
okay.
I've seen. No, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. Like I don't mind. Like as long as I don't see it, like I'm good. Yeah, you can talk about it though. Yeah.
Yeah, she which I've not seen the final trailer. Like I've not rewatched it as much as I have the official. But I mean it is good. I think Julia Garner is going to be a good Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Julia Garner character at all. Like. Yeah. And also
Shia LaBeouf, right? Is that her name? Shia LaBeouf or something like that? I think that's her name, right? Because I know Silver, the other that's Norrin Rad, I think.
Norrin Rad. Yeah.
I think her name's like Shia LaBeouf or something.
Okay, that sounds familiar. Like that. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
To be
but
certain.
Dude, it was unsettling. She was like, what did she say? She was like, I herald your end or something, and that Harold Galactus. I'm like, yo. And that shot of Galactus, the cinematography, and that's the other thing about movies, man. That's the other thing about movies that I love. Those, you know what shot I'm talking about, where it shows Galactus from like the angle up. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? Where it's like just the angle up and you see him right here, and it's like the cinematography, just the visual aesthetic of. That's the other thing about movies that I love, man.
Yeah.
I love the visual aesthetic.
And that goes
I love the
like
angle.
And that was one thing I was thinking about. Like they're going off of Galactus being so menacing that it's like, what kind of threat? Like after this movie, like after Galactus is done, Galactus is posing this much of a menacing threat. What does that mean for what they're going to do with Doom?
Yeah,
like,
right.
It is.
Yeah. It is. It really is. Yeah.
I know.
Crazy.
And,
but
they're filming right now for Doomsday. They're still filming, dude. And I would say my hype right now has kind of gone down a little bit because we haven't heard much, you know.
Right.
And I think my hype has kind of gone down because Superman is the main thing right now. You know what I mean? But after Superman, I mean, Supergirl is my most anticipated movie, I think, right now of 2026. Mm-hmm. I think even over Doomsday. Like I'm excited because I'm so excited for Superman. I'm so excited for a new DC universe, Supergirl, and you have her versus Lobo, dude. Come on, her versus
Jason
Lobo.
Momoa as Lobo. It looks, which I mean, we've only seen like grainy shots of him from behind the scenes, but it looks like it's going to be great. But dude, no, I need a suit reveal from James Gunn. I need
talking about Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like
but
go back to
what you were saying.
Yeah. A suit reveal from Millie Alcock and James Gunn.
Oh, me too.
Soon, and I know, she just looks like. Now, I will say, and briefly on Supergirl, I will say I originally wanted Meg Donnelly to be Supergirl because it was between Meg and Millie. Millie has grown on me. Yeah. I hope Meg plays Stargirl. Me and Brutal, which I don't even know if Brutal's still in the chat because it's getting late, but Brutal and I have gone back and forth on this. Meg Donnelly would be an amazing DCU Stargirl if they use her. And that's all I'll say about Supergirl for the moment. But what is it?
About Supergirl real quick. I really hope Martian Manhunter shows up, dude. I am a huge I don't know where it's at, but I'm a huge Martian Manhunter fan, dude, and Green Arrow fan. Because Green Arrow is rumored to be in Peacemaker Season 2.
Right.
Green Arrow's rumored. He's been rumored. Right. There's a rumor that James Gunn has plans for Black Canary and Green Arrow. Mm-hmm. I want to see Green Arrow and Martian Manhunter, dude, so bad. Because I think Martian Manhunter, that would be a great place to introduce him, Supergirl. Because if you watch the show, Martian Manhunter has a big role. You know what I mean? So I think that would be perfect. But yeah, but going back to Fantastic Four now, I kind of got a sidetrack.
No, you're good.
See,
But
I'm tired. I can't even.
As far as Fantastic Four goes, it does look good. Definitely don't have too much to say about it because, like you said a minute ago, Superman is the main focus of right now. And then I can't believe we're getting like 2 massive superhero releases within 2 weeks of each other. It just doesn't
crazy.
feel.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Doesn't feel right, but this is the timeline we're living in, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah,
but
me too.
And then I'll hit my ranking really quickly.
Okay,
the last one is the third place is 2015 Fantastic Four. Similar to Quest for Peace, I absolutely hated it. I couldn't have fun with it. Like no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't find myself to have fun with it. I know there is like there are people that do enjoy it for what it is, and on some ways I do seeing it be enjoyable. The trick William Potter is not minding that it hurts.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Dead Sea Pirate, good to see you, though, man.
Yeah.
Is that something with Harry Potter? I don't know.
The trick William.
Huh.
Oh, I don't know, but no, like as far as the 2015 Fantastic Four or Fan4stick as the marketing was called, it just felt too exposition heavy, and like you didn't really see it. Like there wasn't really anything I was like building up anticipation for, and just I don't know. It was just weird. So that was number 3 on the list. Number 2 is Rise of the Silver Surfer. This very nostalgic feeling. Didn't like it as much as the original.
Yeah.
And then of course the original is number 1 because it is, I feel like, the more enjoyable movie. I mean, Rise of the Silver Surfer is enjoyable too, but just not on the level that I think the original one is.
Yeah.
None of the movies are perfect by any means, which is why I'm hoping this one is at least decent or is really good or really great. But at least the first 4, that is referring to when you get the lidocaine.
Huh? I'll say I don't know. I have no clue.
I was gonna say this feels like none of what we've been discussing. But but yeah, like as far as Fantastic Four goes, it's definitely time for them to get a good, not just like subpar, but like good. Or even great movie. And I think Matt Shackman's going to deliver. So Fantastic Four 05, Silver Surfer, Fan4stick is my rating. And then one day, if I'm ever able to get the VHS of it, I'm sure that the direct to VHS Fantastic Four will be last because I know that has like
the 90s. Yep. I still need to watch that too.
Low. I know it has like a dangerously low IMDb rating, so I'm just like lower than Fan4stick. So We'll see what happens if I can get my hands on it. But yeah, I'll hear your.
I still need to watch
quickly.
Raza, you go first. I was just gonna say real quick, I still need to watch the 90s one. I need to because there's certain rumors for this new Fantastic Four. Apparently, Reed Richards played by Alex Hyde White, I believe.
I hadn't heard that one yet.
He was rumored like him and Miles Teller and Ion Grufford and the whole Council of Reeds was rumored to be in the film. I'm like, really interesting. Okay, but Raza, you go ahead, man. You go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, I will say it's the exact same ranking, Joseph. Yeah, we've got the exact same ranking again. Great minds think alike, as you said.
That's awesome.
So for me, like again, I grew up with the 2005, 2007 movies. Literally, around. I think I was about 6 or 7. I think I was 6. Yeah, when I got them, I found the first movie at Costco, and I got a really great two disc deluxe extended cut for it. And so I've seen both cuts many times, and it's definitely my favorite Fantastic Four that they've made so far. I rewatched it last year, and I'll be watching it with my parents in July for sure. And it's a blast. I mean, it's a comedy. It's really comedy filled, and it's really that early 2000s superhero movie comic book vibes to it.
Yeah.
But it, as you said, it's not perfect. It really isn't. There's so much that could have been so much stronger and better. Again, coming out at the same time as something like Spider-Man 2 and Batman Begins, like around that same. It's Batman Begins. Yeah, it came out the same year as Fantastic Four. It's like it's not on that quality.
Do explain the Austin, Texas stories.
Dead Sea Pirate. Is this the Detard? This might be his second account. I don't know. Superman edition. This might be his second account. I'm not sure. I don't know. But finish what you were saying, Raza. What were you saying?
Yeah. So like I love that 2005 one. Then 2007 Rise of the Silver Surfer. I also quite enjoy, pretty much on the same level as you, Joseph. I think it's really enjoyable, but not as enjoyable as the original. Not for me at least. Especially towards the third act. Again, the Galactus cloud was, goodness me, that was abysmal. I mean, that's so disappointing. At as a 6-year-old, I'm like, what are they doing? How do you mess this up? It's like, I don't want to see a cloud. And that's all we got.
It's bad
Yeah.
when
Oh,
children are able
real
to
quick,
see. Are
speaking
able to
of
see
something
like, oh, yeah.
cool about Galactus.
Oh no, he's frozen.
You cut out.
Real quick, and I.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Oh no.
Oh, there
Wait,
we
hold
go.
on.
There we go.
Maybe he's back. Okay, he's back.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Raza, finish your ranking, but I have something cool to kind of tell y'all and ask y'all about
Sure.
Galactus in a way. Finish
Oh,
your
sure,
ranking
sure.
y'all first. Finish your
Sure,
ranking.
yeah. So I mean, that was so disappointing, and now it's been like 18 years later, and we're finally going to see a comic book accurate Galactus on the big screen. I'm so excited for that.
Yes.
Me too. Me
and
too.
Seeing the popcorn helmet bucket head, if you've seen that lights up, and ooh man, that looked like that is his look in the movie, and man, I'm so excited. I hope he's huge. I really hope he's just ginormous.
The scale that they have him in, like in the trailer, looks
Dude, it's huge.
promising. Like it needs to be comic Galactus. It
Oh,
looks.
definitely. Yeah. And I know Kevin Feige wants to deliver that for us, and same with Matt Shackman, so I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And Silver Surfer in Rise of Silver Surfer, I like him. I really do think they did a good job with him. Again, maybe a bit more fleshed out, teeny weeny bit. They do have that great scene of him explaining his origin to Sue when he's captured. That's really good. And then the whole aspect of Doom coming back, that's also fun. It's definitely fun. And the actor's name is Julian McMahon. He's so fun in the role. I love his performance so much. And I actually just came across a quote from him saying that he would love to come back as Doom in Doomsday or Secret Wars. And
Julian McMahon. Yes.
Dude, and he said like there'll be like the idea is like a Doom, kind of like a Council of Reeds, but a Doom council of sorts.
Cool.
There
were rumors
that
for Deadpool Wolverine. There were rumors that
there were.
Julian McMahon was going to be Dr. Doom, and I was like, and
that
it was
nuts.
It was a big rumor too. It was a pretty big rumor, and when it didn't happen, I was like, oh. But then there was a rumor also, and I think this was a big rumor as well. There was a rumor that what's his name? Brian Cox. Brian Cox was going to be back as William Stryker.
Yeah, Stryker.
And that didn't happen, and I was like, I like those two. I was like, yo, I want to see them back. That would be so cool. You know?
Yeah,
it just didn't happen though. But I was like, man.
Yeah. Then the team dynamic in those 05 and 07 movies again with Ian Griffith, Jessica Alba, Michael Chiklis, who I love his thing. I really do. I think he's so good.
I hope they get him back, man.
The practical makeup and just he's so good. His gruff, gravelly voice too. I really love it, and that's the one
because
thing.
All I was gonna say was every time Ian Griffith, Chris Evans, and Jessica Alba have been rumored to be back as Invisible Woman, Reed, and Johnny Storm, which they're rumored to be in Fantastic Four and probably Doomsday and Secret Wars and all that. Michael Chiklis is never rumored to come back as Thing.
Yeah,
never.
I don't. The one time that he was when that leaked set photo for Deadpool and Wolverine showed him wearing that, but like that was yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I hope they bring him back because again, I love his version of Thing, and I really want to see all four of them back. You know what I mean? But
it would be really cool. It would be really cool. But you know, I just watched a YouTube video last night on Captain Midnight's YouTube channel. I don't know if you know his videos, but he's got really good video essays. They're like quick 10-minute video essays, and he just made a really good point about the whole aspect of when Disney bought Fox, and we thought that we'd finally start seeing the MCU versions of these characters, which we are.
Right.
But especially for the X-Men side too, like it's taking a really long time because we keep going back to the old characters, which is really fun, very exciting. I'm beyond excited to
absolutely.
see Sir Ian McKellen back as Magneto. I
Dude, that
never,
guy's great.
ever thought I would see him again in the role, and I
Not at
was
all.
jumping up and down. So I'm very
Wow.
excited about that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
you know, maybe it's really cool to do them in the MCU. They should be in the MCU at least for one film. But I kind of thought there'd be more Secret Wars and not Doomsday. I thought Doomsday would kind of start introducing these other MCU variants of them. So
that leads to like the scale of what Secret Wars could be. Because I was thinking like, there's likely to be so much more like legacy casting in Secret War. Like Secret Wars is one of the best Marvel.
Dude. All
you know.
Bring back Wesley Snipes. You could bring back the '80s Howard the Duck, and I wouldn't care. Just bring everyone back.
Dude,
allow it to be the full-scale event that it would.
That would be sick.
Yeah, you know that Gary Oldman clip from that GIF where it's like, how many do you want? And he just screams, everyone. It's like, that's what we want for Secret Wars.
Just bring everyone back, like, because it's all multiverse now. It's like, there's another multiverse. Like, please bring in the '80s Howard the Duck and just go from there. Like, just bring him in like the order. I hope everyone is well. Yes, we're doing well.
We are. Thank you, Darth. Yeah.
Always good to see you, Darth.
Yeah, just do like timeline order. Like, bring in Howard the Duck. Then Dolph Lundgren's Punisher. Then Wesley Snipes' Blade. Toby, Andrew. Just everyone.
It will be like the ultimate portal scene, you know, from Endgame. It's like when portals were opening in Endgame. I so totally thought Hugh Jackman was gonna pop out there for a second. I was so hoping for that. So in Secret Wars, we're gonna get all that.
I'm telling you, for No Way Home, I know we talked about No Way Home briefly earlier. Like, there are very few movies that have been made that have gotten me to cry.
I know.
Seeing Toby walk through the portal, and we talked about that earlier with Sam Raimi. Toby is my boy. He is my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That is like one of the very few times in cinema I've cried. Seeing like a portal scene similar to Endgame, like, but on the scale of Secret Wars, where like you bring back every single legacy cast, like X-Men. That's like Beginnings trilogy X-Men. Like, just bring back everybody.
Everyone.
The tears will be flowing. By the time Secret Wars comes out, I'll be 27, and I will be crying in the theater if you bring back all these legacy castings that have been part of Marvel and been part of Marvel Legacy for decades.
Yeah.
Do it, like Kevin Feige. If you get a hold of this live stream, please do it for us, please.
Yeah. Guess what? When I was at D23, very quickly, he sat 2 rows behind me. I didn't even know that. I had no idea until the last night. The person behind me said, "Hey, do you know Kevin's actually like sitting like right behind me?" I'm like, "What? No way!" And he got a picture with him.
Insane.
He got a picture with him, but I didn't.
So I did like with studio like leaders. Never met James Gunn. I would love to. I met his brother Sean.
Me too.
You met Weasel in G.I. Robot, dude.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
I met Sean Gunn, and this was right when like this was December 2023, so like some Superman news had been cooking.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, I'm so excited to see what your brother does for Superman. And he's like, Joseph, you've seen nothing yet.
Oh, okay.
And it is clear
he said
now,
that?
like a year and a half. Yeah, he said you've seen nothing yet.
Yeah.
He's talking about Superman. He was talking about Superman.
Yes. And yeah, because I was like, this is probably the closest I'll ever get to James Gunn, like just a blood relative. It's his brother. He knows him. Probably is one of the people that knows him more better than anyone else.
I'm hyped now.
And and to think that was a year and a half ago, and the fact that he told me that then, and knowing what we know now, is absolutely mind-blowing.
When I met him, it was just 2 months after James announced the movie, and in March 2023, and so they hadn't cast David yet, and so I was still joking. I'm like, Can I audition for Superman? And he's like, you'd be good, I'm sure. So
send him. We'll need to send him the live stream too. See you in the suit. Maybe they'll reconsider something. Like if they ever do like a Crisis on Infinite Earths, and
I gotta be like the Canadian variant, you know?
Dude.
Yeah.
Raza, no rush, but did you finish your ranking?
Oh no. Okay, so then yes, of course. Last one is Fan Four Stick. I've seen it once. I probably, maybe, very unlikely will see it again before this first steps. But gosh, that was such an awful experience. My brother and I, we tossed it on at home probably I don't know, maybe 8 years or 9 years back now. Like it was around the time it came out. We didn't bother to see it in theaters because we knew it was going to be horrible. So we were so devastatingly disappointed with it, though. I mean, what they did with Doom, the way like he just walks around and everyone's like falling to their death. It's like, what is going on? And just the whole, you can tell it's reshot horribly. Like the way it just ends into like halfway through the movie, it's like the rest is reshot, and it's like it was a mess. It was a complete disaster of a film. It was an interesting, again, kind of interesting premise. Not really like how it was going to be very grounded Fantastic Four, but I don't want to see a grounded Fantastic Four. Honestly, I want to see that fantastical elements to them. So no, it's third place for me. And as for the '90s one, I've not seen that. I think I might have come across it online, like on one of like 123 movies and something like that. It might be on a site like that. But yeah, if I ever get a chance to watch that too, I don't think it can be worse than Fantastic, honestly. I think it will be a little bit higher.
Fantastic was so bad that like I think Josh Trank had like plans to direct like I think Chris Stuckman. Like I remember this from his review because I remember a lot of Chris Stuckman reviews where he just absolutely trashed movies. Which he did trash movies, but now I know with him being a filmmaker, he's like taking a more cautious approach to it.
That's right.
But with his Fantastic review, he said that like Josh Trank was supposed to direct some sort of like Star Wars thing, and I guess closer to when Fantastic came out, they like said actually we're not going to go through with that, and it's clear now why. It's like Fantastic was, but just very interesting things you see, and like that goes back to like I know we mentioned Joker 2 towards the beginning of the stream. I know they said Warner Brothers said Todd Phillips is never going to direct another DC movie, and it's like it's obvious why.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, and that's why with First Steps again, as you said, since 2019 when this was announced, I remember sitting at home during COVID when the Disney Investors was going on in 2020, and they had that big panel with Kevin Feige, and he tossed open that Fantastic Four logo, and that's when John Watts was announced to direct it. I was so excited. I was like, the Fantastic Four in the MCU finally. We're finally going to get this. And so now to finally see all the trailers, we're literally less than a month away from it. It's so exciting. I'm beyond excited. I hope that this is the best version of the Marvel's first family brought to the big screen. And as for the casting, I'm so needing to be sold still on Reed. Pedro Pascal, I don't see him as Reed, and the look doesn't help. He didn't shave the mustache, and so it's we got to be critical about these certain things because
absolutely.
But Sue, Vanessa Kirby, I'm pretty happy.
She's great.
I'm pretty happy about, to be honest. And same with Joseph Quinn as Johnny. I think he looks great. And he's so far from all the clips. Oh, there's the fireworks again. So far, he's been really promising. And then I don't want to mispronounce his name, but Ebon Moss Backrack.
Evan Moss Backrack or something.
He's great.
I'm really excited for him.
I love it, dude.
My one
that's fantastic. I love it.
That's awesome. My one critique is the voice. I'm maybe it might be nostalgia or something, but I like that gravelly voice that the thing has because I like to think that when he got changed, his vocal cords got a little gravelly as well. That's my one and only critique. His look is great. His comic book look is great. It doesn't look too CGI. It kind of looks like it's a little bit practical too, because they did have a practical suit too for some stuff. So So overall, I'm very excited. I love that it's set in the '60s alternate reality, very different from Marvel. Me too. Right? They've not done something like this before, and we need a different. Right? We can't keep being on the same Earth. So the brilliance of the multiverse, you can do things like this. So eventually they will come to our Earth too, but this is great. I'm very excited.
Yeah. And I won't go like elaborate too much because I know we all gotta probably get going soon, but I'll just say like my ranking and just kind of touch on it a little bit. And then I want to ask y'all something about that Galactus thing. So for me personally, I like all three of the Fantastic Four films. I really do. I do. Okay. I'm even someone who found enjoyment out of Fantastic. I really did. Personally, though, I think that let me pull up my letterbox real quick because I have it on here. I think. Let me see. So my ranking for all three of them. I think my favorite or number 3. Let's see. I have. Okay, here we go. So. Yeah, I would say number 3 is Fanforstic. It's
Right.
definitely Fanforstic.
Yeah.
I just, again, with the multiverse and all that, with how they kind of I don't know if they time travel. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but I don't know. I've always looked at that film now that the multiverse saga is a thing. Now it's become a thing. I don't know why, but I look at that film as a good pave way through the multiverse, if that makes sense. If that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I've always looked at that film like that. You know what I mean? Since the multiverse saga started. Second is Fantastic Four 2005. Grew up with this film.
Oh, okay.
Is it cheesy? Sure, but it's enjoyable for what it is. And second is right? Is it? I can't even read that. Yeah, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Again, is it cheesy? Is it great? No, but
Right.
I enjoyed it for what it was. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I like all three of them. So I like all three of them. Yeah. But I wanted to ask y'all. So there was a rumor a while back for Fantastic Four and Galactus that we're going to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a rumor, and I want y'all's opinion on this because it's a very interesting thing, a very interesting rumor. So, you know, the whole like multiverse and all that. You have like the Spider-Verse movies, right?
Mhm.
So those are part of the multiverse. Those tie in with the MCU and Fantastic Four and the X-Men franchise and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, all that. So you know how in Across the Spider-Verse we saw the Lego Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
So I think that is the same Lego Spider-Man from the Xbox Lego Marvel Superheroes game. Have y'all ever played that before? Do y'all know that?
Oh yeah.
It's been a long time, but I know what you're talking about.
It's one of my
you know
favorites.
What I'm talking about? Because when we're introduced to Lego Spider-Man in Across the Spider-Verse, you know, it showed his Earth number, right? That Earth number, if you look it up, that is the same Earth number as the Lego Marvel Superheroes video game on the Xbox, right? And you remember Galactus is the main big bad.
Yeah, he is.
Galactus is the main big bad in that video game. He's at the end of it. And basically in the Rise of the Silver Surfer, you have the Cloud Galactus, right? There was a rumor, again, Lego Galactus, Cloud Galactus, and the Galactus that we're going to see in First Steps. There was a rumor that apparently there's only one Galactus in the multiverse. So does that mean that the Galactus we're about to see is the same Galactus from Rise of the Silver Surfer and the same one from Lego Marvel Superheroes? I want y'all's opinion on that because it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I read that a while back, like a long time ago. I read it and I was like, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
That would mean he would be able to traverse timelines and
he would be able to multiverse hop. Yeah. Which, if that is the case, again, I don't think it is. If it is, I do hope it is. I really do. Again, I don't think it is, but I do hope it is because if it is, that's an interesting plot point. That's a very, very interesting
I think so.
plot point. Like I like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's interesting. Very interesting. So,
it's definitely something. It's definitely something I'll have to ponder more on. I'm trying to
I know. It's interesting.
It's a 11:15 on the East Coast, and I'm my brain is like slowly turning to mush. But
Me too.
Nothing that you guys are doing because like
absolutely.
This has been so much fun.
But
this is so much fun, man.
I
am tired, but it was worth it.
I'll just say the music in the 2005 movie that theme is so good. It's kind of nostalgic for me too.
It's good. Yeah.
So that's good. And then the First Steps theme is good too, right? The Fantastic Four. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah,
I love it, dude.
Michael Giacchino with him doing the Batman and then his repertoire of what he's done. I'm confident he's going to deliver.
He's great.
A heck of a score for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But that's great.
So.
I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad.
Yes.
Me too.
Me too. It was so nice to finally meet you guys.
Totally.
I know Raza, you and I have been friends.
Raza, it was nice to see you again. Joseph, it was nice to meet you.
It was so good to see you again.
I'm glad y'all met each other too.
This is the first time I met both of you guys. That's absolutely crazy. And I know I had more like movie headline stuff like listed,
we did.
But
yeah,
we'll definitely have to hit it more
next
like
time.
next time.
Yeah.
Definitely have to get.
We
something
should come
arranged.
up with a name for this too for our show. Like we should do something.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I know it's kind of generic, but like Film Brothers.
Film Brothers. Yeah.
Hey, I don't hate it. I don't hate it, man. I don't.
I'll have to think. I'll have to cook
Super
up something
Friends?
better with
I
the
don't- Super
rest
Friends?
of mine. But
Or
what is it?
Super Friends is great. Super
or
Friends
the
is
Super
great.
Trinity? Super Trinity,
Yeah.
maybe? I don't know.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
But
awesome.
yeah. Well,
Or
guys, that'll do it.
film Trinity or movie Trinity, something like
I
that.
love that.
thought,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, this was great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Well, before
Yes.
y'all go, just like y'all did at the beginning, where can everybody find y'all at before y'all, just so y'all they can subscribe and follow y'all? Where can
sure.
everybody find y'all at?
Yeah, so
I am.
go ahead. Yeah.
I am Joseph_Mills 1411 on Instagram, just exactly how you see it here on the stream here. Joseph_Mills 1411 on Instagram. That's also my name on YouTube, but I have 0 videos uploaded at the moment. That might change in the future, but for right now, I am Instagram only. And then my letterboxd is JRock1411. I got to set at the beginning of the stream. That is my middle school, high school Xbox Live gamer tag. So Instagram and Letterboxd is my where you can find me the most active at the moment.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I like the name though. I really do. I admire
Yeah,
it
thank
that
you.
you kept it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
for myself, you can follow me on Instagram at the Raza Hider, and on YouTube it's the same thing, the Raza Hider. And I've finally hit. I'm just at 57 subscribers now, or 58.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
building.
man.
I'm building. I'm uploading
There you
more,
go.
and I plan to do some more
Nice.
as well.
Absolutely.
So please check my channel out there. All the videos that I mentioned throughout the stream about meeting Christopher McQuarrie and Tom Cruise
Yeah.
quickly talking, those are all there, and I hope to make a lot more stuff. And same thing on Letterboxd. You can just search out my name, and I'm sure that'll come up as a hider.
Yeah,
But my
yeah.
username is RH Movies. And that's
With my letterbox, my name is also attached to it in case the username.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah.
And guys, again, go subscribe to their channels and follow them on Instagram. They have great movie reviews, great movie content, and all that. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. I will be having, or also, what are you guys having coming this week? Like, what's on, like the what do you call it? You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Forgot to talk about that too. So yeah, what do y'all have coming this week that y'all know of for a fact? So
right. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I'll try. I'm gonna try and do Jurassic World. I need to do a rewatch of the Jurassic Park movies, but I might get to Jurassic World. But I know I mentioned to Hayden before, I think it was before the live started, but I've got some family plans coming up the next week or so, so I may not be as busy with movie stuff. But in my opinion, family always comes first. That's what I'll be prioritizing. But
Agreed.
definitely,
absolutely.
Definitely with movies, I will be as active as I can, and definitely even do some rewatches. Trying to build my letterbox more because I've been more active on that. Recently.
I love it. I love to see it. Yeah.
And so those are my plans.
Yeah, awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me too.
Raza?
I've got some family visiting actually right now, so I'll be spending more time with them while they're here. Then once they leave, I'll head out to see Jurassic World Rebirth. In 4DX they plan it because Jurassic World Dominion 4DX was so much fun. I didn't like the movie very much, but it felt like a universal Jurassic ride. If you guys have gone on any of those, it was awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna see it in that, and I'll also probably get around to seeing F1 again. Either I'm gonna try maybe in another, because I got 2 IMAXs. I'm really lucky about that. Like both 20 minutes away from me. So I might go and see it in the other IMAX, or I might see it in ScreenX, because I haven't seen it in that format. And I still have to see How to Train Your Dragon, and I still have to see A Leo. Those are my other 2 movies that I really want to see. More so A Leo. I want to support Pixar's original movie. So that's kind of my movie plan for the next week, and then very quickly after Superman. Very quickly.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Superman. Yeah, for me, I have, so let's see. So I need to do my June movie rankings video. I haven't done that yet, so I'm going to do that. I am seeing Jurassic World Rebirth tomorrow night. So I'll have my out of the theater reaction for that, and I'll have my review up Tuesday. But also I'll have a quick review Tuesday night for the last 3 episodes of Ironheart as well. And we're getting our first trailer tomorrow for that new Ryan Gosling Project Hail Mary movie.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna do my trailer reaction for that. And apparently we're getting our first teaser for the Odyssey.
I was just gonna mention
because of Jurassic World.
Yes.
I'm gonna do my trailer reaction.
I was just gonna mention with Nolan's
and
movies,
maybe some live streams.
Yeah, with Nolan's
Yeah.
movies, for I think as long as he's been making movies, he always releases a teaser an entire year
Yeah.
before the film. So yeah,
like Oppenheimer a few years
yeah,
ago.
he did
Yeah.
it with Oppenheimer. I remember as far back as The Dark Knight Rises. When I went to go see Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 opening night in July 2011, I was so surprised to see Dark Knight Rises. I was like, I know it's coming out a year from now. I did not expect to see footage from it. So I love that Nolan does that. It really gets the hype going. Yeah.
All right, y'all. My phone is on 7%. So
Okay.
Guys, thank y'all so
drained it
much for
out.
watching again. Go subscribe to these guys, and guys, also thank y'all for 2 years on the channel. It really, honestly,
great.
I'm truly, truly grateful, man. Like, I love doing this. I love doing this, and for more years to come, man, more years to come. And again, subscribe to their channel, subscribe to this channel, and guys, we will see y'all later. Boys, take care.
Thanks, guys. We'll do this again soon. Thank you. Take care.
See you guys. Bye-bye.